然訪れた。霧の中から見たこともない巨大な獣が私の目の前に躍り出たのだ。それは確かに犬だった。しかし明らかに尋常ではなかった。目はこうこうと燃え上がり、猛牛ほどもある体躯に獰猛な青白い炎をまとっている。血を這うような息遣いとうなり声、私はあまりの恐怖に震え上がった。見たまえワトソン、ホームズは魔獣を見据えて言い放った。こいつこそバスカビル家に代々語り継がれる伝説の魔剣なのだ。
Minutes late to court, this will go on the record. Come on, they won't they'll excuse a bit of lateness, right? Like, isn't that usually 5 minutes? Our first 2 months in London passed by in a flash. In that disconcerting courtroom experience when we were first thrown into on the day we arrived in the country, and in Sasaki-san's terrible ordeal that had followed closely behind, we had emerged victorious. However, there then came an abrupt end to our opportunities to appear in court. Which was hardly surprising, of course, since I was nothing more than an amateur, an unknown student of law from a faraway land. So life in our little office was very quiet. That is, until it was shattered one day by that fateful telegram. 15th of April, 9:13 a.m. Naruhodo's Legal Consultancy. Why the heck is the keyboard so loud? Like, the typing sounds weren't this loud in the other Ace Attorney games, which are on sale on Steam, by the way. I should probably buy those. But that's besides the point. I gotta finish this one first. Knock knock. Hi, Void. It's a typewriter. Yeah, I guess those things tend to be quite loud. That morning, I was woken by the unreserved knocking on the door by the telegram boy. But after he'd gone, Susato-san's behavior became very obviously strange. Susato-san? Yes! Is it time for leave the court already? Let me see. What case is it today? You always come back almost like a phoenix, right? I have not finished one game on this website yet. I mean, on this stream. What website? I don't think I scheduled to defeat... Damn! Wait a minute, let me get my ability to use words back. I don't think I'm scheduled to defend anyone at the moment, am I? Oh, no, of course not. How silly of me. But I think Iris said she would make us breakfast this morning. So, shall we go down to Mr. Sholm's suite? Yes! Iris makes the most delicious breakfast food. She does, doesn't she? And once our bellies are full, we can leave for court in fighting fit form. Let me see. What case is it today? Here we go again. Hello! Hi! We can talk to Susato a bit more. Oh, wait. Okay, have a good sleep. So, what was it all about? The telegram that was delivered this morning, I mean. Oh, a telegram? I don't know what you're talking about. Sorry, but you're not gonna get away with that. Well, I didn't think I would. Actually, don't give it a moment's thought. It's nothing interesting. Boring, in fact. It was just a boring old telegram. That's 3 times now she's tried and failed to convince me it was nothing. So is it like the water bill? I promise that I'll tell you about it at some point. Alright, I understand. I mean, I guess we do need some reason to keep playing. I suppose Sasaki-san will have arrived back at Japan now, won't he? Yes, I should think so. He left immediately after that terrible ordeal. Which would mean he should have completed the voyage already, or be just a few days away. A fortnight ago, we had a very long telegram from him, do you remember? Complaining of seasickness. But by and large, it seems that that voyage has been going well. Arm in the thumbnail looks like her opponent pulled a valid counterpoint. Your Honor, my client is innocent and I have evidence. Wait. Yeah, definitely looks like... Oh, well, actually... Actually, these nuts... I think I can move the... I think the thing is placed well. Right. I can prove these nuts! I was just wondering what might have become of Sasaki-san had he stayed in London. You mean, as regards to Lord Fanzix, the Reaper? Yes, I can't help but wondering if seasickness would have paled into insignificance in that case. The Reaper. Okay, I guess we gotta ask about... What is it they say? That no one who stands in the dock can be saved from the Reaper, right? This is what happened in the last trial. The last trial. The trial before the other one. It was actually comparatively short compared to, yeah, the fourth. It was the third chapter, and this is the fourth chapter. Basically, for those of you who don't mind spoilers and are curious about the story, what happened here was that the guy we were defending was actually guilty. But it was like so obvious that but we had to somehow find a way to find out that he wasn't. And then he ended up, getting some sort of karmic justice like this. I am at Drayden with my white 2 Nuzlocke and I have an insane plan. What is your plan? I know dragon types were pretty strong, before they added fairies. Like, I'm fairly certain that the overpoweredness of dragon type was the reason they added fairy type. There is a specific fight that I am thinking of, but I don't really have any evidence to prove it. Even 2 months on, the cause of that dreadful fire is still a mystery. When are they gonna add grenades in Pokemon games? I think there was like some sort of exploding lure in the Legends Arceus games. No, that was a smoke bomb. Yes, but at least Sasaki-san is safely out of the country now. Presumably that means that the curse of the Reaper can only take effect within the confines of the city of London, perhaps. Even if that's the case, it's little comfort. I have a terrible sense of foreboding. If the legend of the Reaper is to be believed, it would mean he wields the Sword of Justice himself. Come to think of it, I wonder what he's been up to these past 2 months. Surely not wielding that sword against more acquitted defendants? Oh, so your plan is to solo. Yes, typical Limbus strategy. I guess that would work, because, yeah, like you said, Wolverine is super tanky. But then, what if he has, like, Pokemon that, What if you don't have enough damage? What if he makes you run out of PP? But then, I guess he won't get to a point where that'll happen. Does he have anything that's immune to, like, ice or flying or something? Pokemon. Raiden. Does he have anything that's immune to ice? Kinda like how, the electric gym leader has... I checked the damage calcs. Okay, tell me how it goes. Apparently, Lord Fanzix hasn't appeared in court once since our last encounter. Oh! Yes, since Sasaki-san's trial, he's withdrawn from judicial service again, it seems. Really? Just like before, and he hasn't been seen for 6 years, so it's just been me who's had to face him in his recent spate of trials then. Oh, just my luck. I get the feeling that he's targeting us specifically, but we'll see about that. Ayo, PPU, that was a stupid joke. It's K. Oh, nothing, never mind. Let's just go down. Cloudflare is down, so I can't check my Wi-Fi. Oh, right, it is down. That's what I did when I... That's what I did when I tried to look at the Bulbapedia. to see if he had anything that negated the weakness to ice. Question, do you know what Pokemon cards are? Yeah, I do. I don't know how to play them, but I know they exist. I even collected some of them. I like to collect cards in my free time. I bought brain rot cards. I think I might have seen those at the store, but I bought the football player ones. Yeah, I bought some football player cards. I did not get anyone that I wanted. I'll try again. But I'm just happy to find football player cards at all, because they're really hard to find here. I'm from a country that doesn't really like football. Tell me if you get the tralaleros. Yo, burr, patapim. Good morning, Iris. Iris? What is it, Rita? What is that terrible noise? Well, they're just making up random words now. I mean, I guess that's what brain rot is. There was one Batman card in the Pokemon cards. What happened to Dong Dong Sahur? Ah, yes, you noticed that, did you? He isn't in the best form this morning, it seems. Katralalero. Hello. Hello, Mr. Sholmes. You can do that meme where it's like, I got SpongeBob, I got Mrs. Puff, I got Gary, I got Patrick, I got Patrick, I got Patrick. Good morning. Good morning to die, perhaps. Has something happened, Mr. Sholmes? You look miserable, and the way you were playing the violin before... My analytical mind is dead. Music is dead. The world is dead. Damn this blanched existence! That's all it is, my dear fellow. Nothing of consequence. I don't really have any, set voice for Mr. Sholmes, or most of the characters. Like, for the characters that I do find voices for, I think of, YouTubers. YouTubers, characters from movies that have British accents. I'm afraid I don't understand. Well, Iris, isn't it time we ate? Actually, it would be nice time to know how to do a Benedict Cumberbatch impersonation. I got Kim Kardashian. Is Kim Kardashian a Pokemon? What kind of Pokemon cards did you get? So, yeah, it would be really nice to know how to do Benedict Cumberbatch's voice. What does Benedict Cumberbatch sound like? Give me a second. Let me listen to his voice real quick. Oh, for... Benedict Cumberbatch. Voice. Sherlock. Voice. This is one of the few times Twitter users can't go on Twitter. Oh yeah, it actually sort of affected, like, this coffee, thing showed up as like, oh, sorry, coffee is down right now. So, yeah, Hey! Oh, look, it's Wagahai. Good morning, boy. Ah, kitty! That must be some sort of tiny door for cats to use. But how did it get there? Well then, everyone, time for breakfast. Oh, wonderful. Let me help you, Iris. Would indeed be a fine day to die. Like, I guess there's a hinge on top, kind of like a cat door. Ah, I knew something looked different. Something's missing from Mr. Sholmes' desk. Good evening, or good evening, Plank Rabbit. Let's examine stuff. I'm gonna cut to the chase. Look at Mr. Sholmes' desk, it's completely clear. Isn't that enormous machine usually on it? We can never hope to understand what goes on in the great detective's mind, Mr. Naruhodo. Why, next time we're invited, we may find he's vacated the entire suite. That's scarily plausible, actually. There's all sorts of these shelves, chemistry apparatus, books, papers, and lots of things I've never seen before. It's all heaped up so high, I can't help but feeling that the whole lot is going to topple at any moment. Oh, it's such a charmingly untidy collection of paraphernalia, isn't it? It just looks messy to me, like my desk. But you, Mr. Naruhodo, must learn to tidy up after yourself. No favoritism there, then. It's the most British room ever imaginable. Yeah, like, I think this is the most British detective in a story room that you could conceive, possibly. I guess we could chat with Iris. Magahai. Mr. Natsume's cat seems to have settled into his new home, then. Oh, yes! And I've become very attached to little Waggy. It would appear his previous owner is completely forgotten to him. Cats are unfeeling creatures. Their mews is empty as the hearts of the muses. I don't know, I think the BBC Sherlock's tone of voice doesn't really match Mr. Sholmes' tone of voice. Like, Mr. Sholmes is a bit more quirky when he's not sad over whatever it is he's sad about right now. If Mr. Natsume had no intention of taking Waggy back to Japan, I wonder why he kept him in the first place. I expect he would have taken him in if he could, but pets are strictly forbidden aboard steamships in our experience. And for good reason, terrible things can happen if the rules of passage are not obeyed. Well, I don't mind because Waggy is adorable. Oh hey, there's the tea! Plank Rabbit, look, it's the tea! Yes, he really is. Oh, yes, what about that door? I don't remember seeing that tiny thing in the main door. What? Where did that come from? Oh, you noticed? You are observant, Runa. Look, I use this. It's my latest invention. What is that? I call it the cat flatomat. Gosh, a machine for making doors just for cats? Yes, this is the best machine ever. That's right, it can make a cat flap for a little furry friend like Waggy in seconds. And it can do it in any door at all, no matter what it's made of. It's very powerful, you see. Wouldn't it have been quicker to just make the cat flap rather than making a machine to make the cat flap? Wait though, I accidentally used Iris's voice. Sorry. Well, yes maybe, but now I can make cat flaps from everywhere I like. Oh, I think it's wonderful. You must make one for us in the door of our office upstairs, Iris. She really knows how to come up with unconventional inventions, this girl. I guess we could talk to Sholmes. Wanting to die. You seem to be very unhappy this morning, Mr. Sholmes. What happened? It used to be the case. That in my hands. This violin sung like the dawn-called chorus. Its melissonant tones would make flowers bloom. It would? But now, The muses are unamused with me. The goddesses of music have thrown me over. Whatever do you mean, Mr. Sholmes? For hours I have bowed, for days even. Though through the night I have endeavored to no avail. That sound, my tone, is lost. That brilliant, clear, unwavering tone, gone forever. No more recitals of unbridled devotion. Well, you haven't been practicing much lately, have you, Harley? Don't worry, I'm sure it will come back. Don't worry, I'm sure it'll come back to you in time. I really need to read this. I keep on mixing up Ryunosuke's voice with other characters' voices. Heed my words, Mr. Naruhodo. The goddesses of the arts are fickle. One day they bestow genius on a man, the next they unmercifully withdraw it. Oh dear. Why is this happening to me? If they take the turn I have for the violin from me, what is that for pity's sake? What is that? He's doing the Mr. Beast! Mr. Beast! Absolute Sholmes. Deduction perhaps? Isn't that what you're known for? Mr. Sholmes? Oh crap, Walrein doesn't learn stat boosting moves. You mean it doesn't learn sword stance? Mr. Sholmes, I don't like to pry, but... Your desk looks rather empty today. Well done, Miss Susato. Your observational skills do you credit. Oh, no, Mr. Sholmes, they pale into insignificance when compared to yours. You'd struggle not to notice, wouldn't you? You mean Hurley's great analytoscope? They're at Windbanks now. Sorry? It's at a Windy Bank? No, Windy Banks, the pawnbrokery. What? You mean you pawned that enormous machine of yours? It has some considerable value, you see, quite undeservingly. But isn't it a very important machine for your work? I do wish you'd consulted us if your situation had become so desperate. I should have gladly passed what little income I have to you. What income? Dear madam, things are far from desperate. But the pawnbroker has your wonderful machine. How can it be anything but desperate? It is. It doesn't sound ordinary at all. It would seem that neither of you fully understand how pawnbroking works. Oh, what's to understand exactly? How pawnbroking works. Well, I guess we're getting, Pawnbroking 101. So what's TR? TRs are like, okay, so you know TMs in Pokemon? Around Generation 5, they made it so that they don't break anymore. And then in Generation 8, in Sword and Shield, they introduced TRs, which are like old TMs that... Okay, they're like TMs, but they break, actually. So... That's basically just a Gen 8 mechanic, so that Pokemon get more access to moves they wouldn't normally have, but at the cost of them being quite rare. So, yeah, Sean wouldn't be able to access it in Black and White too, because that's not in the game. What did you mean when you said we didn't fully understand how pawnbroking works? To the people of London, pawnbrokeries are akin to banks. Banks? On Mondays, merchants relinquish their finest jackets and trappings to their pawnbroker of choice. With the money they receive in return, they are able to trade happily through the week. And then on Saturdays, they go to recover their things using the money they've earned. I had no idea! This has been a fascinating lesson for us. Everyone does it, you see, especially people in inner London. And should they have money to spare, they would purchase another fine jacket. So it's like the stock market? Not to wear, obviously, but to pawn should the need arise. Oh, how ingenious! So whenever we have something that's getting in the way, we leave it at Monday banks, you see? A pawnbrokery can be thought of as an extremely secure vault. Who would have thought that even pawnbrokers are different here in Great Britain? Of course, you have to watch Hurley with it. Sometimes he pawns things he really shouldn't. Don't you, Hurley? What does it matter? The world is dead to me now. Man, sounds tough. Oh, what was that? Magahay? Thank you, sir. You were like my history teacher. You taught me well, but I retained nothing. Well, at least I taught you well. What was that? Oh no! Magahai's tangled up in your violin! I think he thinks it's a toy! No! What's he doing to it? Oh dear, Mr. Sholm's precious violin! Why should I care? What? I shouldn't be surprised. If the cat is a more accomplished musician than I. Mr. Sholmes really is in poor spirits, isn't he? Well, anyway, I'll put it back where it lives. Shall I, Harley? Out of the cat's reach, if possible. Maybe we should assess the damage. Mistakes at least 3 times before forgetting it. Do we need to do something? Guess we can look around for the violin in question now. Yeah, there's all this stuff, What am I supposed to do? Send? No, I don't have anything. Give that man a lollipop. We don't have any lollipops. All we have here is this stupid armband. Like, they always have something like this, some sort of trinket like this, in Ace Attorney. Like, Phoenix has a pin, I think? The room is messy yet pleasing to look at. True, true, very true. Whenever they write kids' books, and they talk about some very mysterious place, then it looks kind of like this. Okay, we can observe the violin in question. So this is the violin, is it? It's a Stradivarius, one of the finest violins in the world, made by the renowned Italian luthier Antonio Stradivari. Oh, I see. It doesn't really look like anything special to me. I happened upon it covered in dust, languishing in a pawn shop down a nondescript back alley. The broker had no idea of its value, so I was able to purchase it for a mere 55 shillings. How honorable of you! And until today, it has been my faithful companion in every great Paganini-inspired performance I have made. I ask you, is there a reason to live in a world devoid of music? To tolerate this blanched existence? No! Yes, he is spitting here. He's correct. What if you couldn't listen to your favorite bands anymore? That would suck. There is none! Even whenever he does this. Mr. Sholmes? What, dear madam, what? My thoughts are preoccupied with fancies of release from this dull routine. Well, it's about the violin. It looks very different to normal, don't you think? What do you mean, Miss Susato? Oh, Susie's right! Yes, the tone of the wood is completely different. And that's not all. I'm sure there was no crack here before. Wait, it's not even the right size, is it? What's this? Terribly sorry to have to tell you this, Mr. Sholmes, but that instrument isn't violin at all. Then what? I believe it's an entirely different instrument called the viola. Oh my god, the viola! The posers of the violin world. Like, every music-related channel, every music-related, like, meme channel that I see, like, two-set violin and others, there's a lot of memes that are just making fun of the viola. Like, ha, you play the viola? Nerd. Or something like that. I used to know the school I went to had, like, an instruments club, and there was, like, one person that played the viola. I guess she was fine with it. What? 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 Oh, Mr. Sholmes, are you alright? You're right. You are quite right. This isn't my faithful Stradivarius. So what? Pray, is this piece of stringed flotsam? Not your faithful performing partner, then? Ah, I see what must have happened. You do, Iris? This is just a simple mix-up. It sounds like Iris might be able to tell us exactly what's happened if we ask her. Okay, so let me give a bit of a... Let me just yap a little bit. So basically viola is supposed to be like the big version of the violin. I believe it is... I'm not sure if it's the original version, if it's the original size of that the violin was supposed to be, or if it was just or if it's just like one of the many violin-shaped spin-offs. But yes, violin basically means like small viola, so... But I guess the violin produces more, The viola uses the very elusive alto clef. I don't have access to drawing tools right now, but it kinda looks like a B. But you know, you could also play it with like the treble or bass clefs. It's used as like the middle register in string quartets, and I don't know how Sholmes wouldn't have noticed that his violin was feeling a bit different, because it's bigger. Like I mentioned, it was quite big. It's quite big. I think it's like, let me tell you, if you try to use a violin and a viola, the size difference is very noticeable. So, yeah, a viola can be at least an inch bigger than a violin. 15 to 18 inches big, while a violin is 14 inches big. So, yeah, I'm not really sure how Sholmes didn't notice. Anyway, let's ask Iris more stuff. Mix-up. What do you mean by a mix-up, Iris? Well, you see, this viola, I mean, was at Windybank's until last week. At the pawnbrokers? Not Mr. Sholmes' beloved musical partner. There is a proverb from the East, with which you are no doubt familiar, my dear fellows. Always let a beloved child travel. Yes, indeed. So you sent your beloved violin to the pawnbrokers in the hope that it would experience personal growth. That violin's about to go through like some anime protagonist arc. It's gonna learn new violin powers. Actually, there were a lot of stories back then of very talented violinists selling their souls to the devil. Oh, what a wonderful idea! Last week I pawned my great analytoscope in order to release my precious instrument. But it would appear Mr. Windybank mistakenly furnished me with this tawdry fiddle instead. Violin will return with trauma. But my ears could not be deceived by the hollow timbre of this piece of timber. Okay, this word over here is said timbre. I get the same feeling saying that as as I feel when I say the word salmon. It just feels so snooty. Yeah. So this way of spelling is pronounced timber. It's a way to pronounce sound. Timber is a piece of wood. So let's continue. I think I've information dumped enough this stream. No, but your every sense was deceived by the fact that it just had strings. Fine state of affairs this is, and why I always say, Mr. Naruhodo, never trust a pawnbroker, they will try to fiddle you every time! There are ways that could be read. Salmonella! Isn't that the guy that makes those MS Paint looking videos? But earlier you told us that you could think of a pawnbroker as an extremely secure vault. Mr. Naruhodo, dilly-dallying will get you nowhere! Sorry? Crunching your toast with that vacant aspect, phrasing your coffee up so obtusely. Are you not a little embarrassed by your own conduct, considering the urgency with which we are faced? We must visit Mr. Windebag's brokery at once. That's right, isn't it, Mr. Sholmes? Precisely, Miss Susato. Without a moment's delay. But I haven't finished my bacon and eggs. You don't fuck with my breakfast, Mr. Sholmes. Let me eat, damn it. My dear fellow, surely you do not still intend to crunch your bacon with an increasingly vacant aspect to press your egg ever more obtusely. Alright, say no more. Let's go get them. Don't worry, Bruno. I'd be happy to heat it up for you again later. Oh, thank you, Iris. As it happens, I'm rather curious to see what a British pawnbroker's looks like. Alright, let's go. A new location has been added. You have Baker Street and pawnbrokery. 15th April, Windebank's pawnbrokery. Man, this place looks cool. Look, it's a Ferrari reference. Wowie. What's that skull doing there? You're pawning the skull? So this is a British pawnbrokery. Oh hey, there's like one of those old radio things. Oh my, there are all sorts of tools and contraptions in here that I never laid eyes on before. Ah, Susato-san, and that spark of wonder in your eyes. You can't wait to scour the shelves, can you? I get the impression you enjoy places like this. Oh yes, I don't know why, but seeing such a lot of things I don't understand is a real thrill for me. My dear fellows, let us not forget why we are here. Oh, Mr. Sholmes. You're calling on matters of business, not pleasure. And clearly Mr. Sholmes means business too, judging by the spark of fury in his eyes. Ah, Mr. Sholmes, sir. Welcome back. Did you hear that brazen welcome? Well, yes, we are potential customers after all. We are disgruntled customers, Mr. Naruhodo, and it's time to inform Mr. Windebank of our ire. Come, the fight is afoot. Alright, let's... Violin. Naturally, you will recall this, which I retrieved from you some days ago. Yes? The second-rate fiddle is not my faithful instrument, Mr. Windebank. The color of the wood is different, it has holes in it, it's not even the same size. Wonderful summary of our observations, Mr. Sholmes. Oda Nobunaga used a skull as a cup to drink sake. I think they do sell like skull-shaped alcohol glasses. So clearly this has its roots in somewhere. So it would be funny if you bought one of those skull-shaped glasses and used it to drink milk. Skull-shaped glass. Okay, there are some that just kind of have, they're like skulls with holes on top, but there are also ones that are just like glass shapes with, skull features, if I'm making any sense. Also, there's like that skull, the skull bottle for alcohol and stuff, so, like, I want to just put juice in it. Whenever I see like a cool alcohol glass, I want to use it to drink non-alcohol drinks. I don't drink. I am old enough to drink. That's one of the few clues you'll be getting to my age all year, 2 years, 3 years. But I cannot drink. Do you know why we don't have a lot of Egyptian mummies today? Why? I'm so very sorry, sir. How utterly unforgivable of me. And an inexcusable mistake for a pawnbroker. There's only one way to make amends. Oh, where's he going? What? He's gonna... No, dude, you don't have to do that. He's not even that angry. I thought he was gonna shoot us. I thought he was gonna activate our personas, so to speak. I don't think that will be necessary, do you? If I may just say one thing before I pop off. Yes? It was you, Sir Mr. Sholmes, who took it upon himself to remove the item the other day, I believe. Sorry? People from Britain used to eat them and use them for paint. Ah. That's a dead body. As I recall, I entered the store to fetch your violin when I heard, there it is. You did? Why does he keep posing like this? Maybe I'll update my thumbnail. Maybe I should update my thumbnail. Have myself doing one of the Sholmes poses. He's only Sholmes here because at the time, the Sherlock Holmes stories were not in public domain yet. And they were, and, like, apparently they're really strict about copyright with the Sherlock Holmes story, so the guy that we are talking to is called Mr. Sholmes. Wait, I forgot to turn back the game. However, there can be no doubt that the blame lies firmly at my own door for allowing you to leave. So I shall not grumble or grouse any longer. May this guilt die with me. No, stop, my dear fellow. The fault is mine. Wait, he just fell over. Go! Whew! Phew. Yeah, he is Sherlock Holmes. It would appear that the fight is over. I do humbly apologize, Mr. Windbank. Evidently, my questionable disposition precipitated this tragedy. Well, you wouldn't be Mr. Sherlock Holmes without that questionable disposition now, would you? Aha! I do believe you may be right, sir. I've just dropped the Benedict Cumberbatch impression. Just imagine Benedict Cumberbatch's voice whenever I talk over Mr. Sholmes. It's either laugh or cry, I suppose. You are, it must be said, one of my more challenging customers. I need to remind you of the peculiar collection of items you've brought through my door in the past. Oh, peculiar items? In the extreme, ma'am. For example, the unpublished manuscript on an eponymous work, the novels of Sherlock Holmes or some such. Free the Sun Bears. Oh my, a new full-fledged novel? And unpublished? A story I've yet to read, you mean? Forgive me. Wait, before you die, you must tell me more. Unpublished story. You must know more. Tell me everything. Wow, Susato-san is really fired up now. Is there really an unpublished story under this very roof? Well, one day the gentleman here brought in an old metal chest, you see. I should like to entrust this to your care for a while, Mr. Windbank. For a chest like that, 1 shilling, sir. Not a farthing more. It houses something of a very great value indeed. The latest manuscript, recounting the adventures of one Mr. Sherlock Holmes. I beg your pardon? A manuscript? You wish to deposit a manuscript? Indeed I do, for I am confident it will be quite safe here. And that was that. As such, Mr. Sholmes laid this tale of otherworldly mystery lies dormant in my storeroom. Mr. Sholmes, is that really true? Do I sense that someone doesn't want to talk about this? I continue to pay your fee, do I not? Then kindly continue to store my belongings securely. Of course, sir. Of course. They're safe and sound with me, I assure you, on my life! On my life, I did not show anyone that manuscript. This is all very strange. Pawnbrokery. I wonder, can I ask you something? Wait, I just joked. Is he really Herlock Sholmes? Yeah, they call him Herlock Sholmes in this game, but in the Japanese version, he's just straight up Sherlock Holmes, I think. Ah, gentleman from the East, I see. Yes, that sable suit. I suppose I could offer you 6 pence for it. Without wishing to offend, the tone is somewhat dull. Sorry? Aha! But for your splendid attire, ma'am, 5 guineas, no less. The colors are exquisite, the design exotic. Eastern artistry at its finest, may I say. Oh my, 5 guineas, you say? How interesting. Why do I feel as though I've suffered some sort of defeat here? Anyway, I was hoping to ask you about your business. I've heard it said that pawnbrokers are used rather like banks here in London. Yes, sir, indeed. Many of my customers utilize the establishment as you describe. Hello, Comfy. I appraise their items and offer them a proportionate loan and 2 months of secure stowage. If in that time they repay the original sum to me plus the agreed interest, their items are happily returned. But what happens if they don't pay you the money? Then the items are offered for sale in my shop, as you can see on the shelf behind me. So you never sell items before the 2 months had passed then? That's right, ma'am, that's right. Which means some considerable responsibility rests on my shoulders. Should a customer's precious belongings be lost, the only recompense is for me to end it all! Whoa, don't need to be this dramatic. The very idea, Mr. Windibank, is an absurdity. One should never talk of one's demise so casually, says the man who was telling us all it was a good day to die only this morning. And let us not forget that I have already helped you take measures to ensure such a tragedy never occurs. Oh, what sort of measures? I engineered a simple device which Mr. Windibank has installed here in his shop. I call it the Red-Handed Recorder. Is that not so, Mr. Windibank? Ah, what was that deep sigh about? Red-Handed Recorder. Man, that's when you think you're done. What on earth is a red-handed recorder? Use your eyes, my dear fellow. There are 2 just below the ceiling. I can see what appears to be a camera attached to some sort of timing device. Very astute. Whoa, bro invented security cams in the Victorian era. It is indeed a camera furnished with some 100 pieces of celluloid film. And every 30 minutes precisely, the camera automatically records the appearance of the shop. Here I have an example I can show you. Ooh! Ah yes, a print from the camera set to record the activity at the shop counter. I developed a special type of film so sensitive it produces a crystal clear image even in darkness. Really? That's extraordinary! Yes, you can clearly see the counter and the door behind it, look! So you see, were someone to enter the premises with ill intent, his identity would be summarily exposed. But did you not say that the photographic prints were taken at 30-minute intervals? Indeed, as you say, my dear madam. Then what if the incident were to occur in between times? One could only say, that would be a cruel twist of fate. I must confess your devices have been giving me some cause for distress as of late. I beg your pardon. Surely they are anything but distressing. Reassuring is the word. It's the cost of the film, sir. Alright, raise of hands, guys. Who is old enough to still be... Okay. Raise of hands, guys. Who was old enough to catch when people were still using film? When people were still using film to take pictures. Anyone remember that? I know film, but I haven't used it. Yeah, film rolls. Yeah, like they're like the little pieces of tape that you have. We have lots at home. Oh, that's cool. I think that's like vintage now. I think those are like really rare, so hold on to them. You can also use like one of those older cameras to take pictures with them. I didn't use it myself, but I do think I have some old family pictures that were taken with film and developed at the photo store and stuff like that. Like, and then I went to my grandma's. She had like whole strips of undeveloped film. Having a stroke on how I'm gonna convert them into modern formats. You develop them and then you scan them, I think. I don't know. You're most graciously placed not one but 2 cameras in my shop after all, which means I must pay for nigh on 100 utterly useless prints every single day. I'm afraid the cost of the film will break me before I'm very much older. Nevertheless, a small price to pay to ensure the safety of my preferred pawnbroker, you know? My dear fellows, we verge on an age where safety and security come at a price. Oh, heaven help us! Wait till they find out about security cameras. Now then, Mr. Sholmes, allow me to return your precious violin. Ah, the very thing! Thank you, Mr. Windibank. Now that's a violin. Very fancy one. Perhaps this might mark the end of the peculiar items you tried to pop, Because if anything were to happen to one of them, this would be the only answer! I really think you ought to stop waving that gun around. Someone could get hurt. Fear not! Sorry? I've only loaded a single bullet, so no one but myself could possibly be harmed. That's not really what I meant. Hello, Boba Blitz. Good day to you then, Mr. Windibank. Should we play Liar's Bar again? Where'd he get that? There was a box over here that he got it from. It's been a pleasure as always, Mr. Sholmes! So, Mr. Naruhodo, now we can explore at last. Alright, let's look around. Oh yeah, they have him like just sitting I don't know I don't know what I'm saying. Like, they just have him over here at the back. Are these backgrounds like 3D? They look to be painted, but maybe some items are 3D. Or maybe it's just like the, how do you, like, it, like, okay, so you guys know how characters appear in Danganronpa? Like how they're 2D pictures, but then they're in a but then they kind of stand up in a 3D environment until you click them and go into talk sprite mode. Yeah, I think they're doing something similar here. Like this picture of the desk is 2D, but then it's like in the 3D space so that the 3D models can stand behind it and stuff. It was a bit less obvious in the scene from Mr. Sholmes' place, because Iris was standing in front of everything. So let's just look around. Ooh, Ferrari. Like in older Resident Evil games where backgrounds are pre-rendered too. What an assortment of things there are on these shelves here. Crockery, footwear, clocks, and watches. Almost everything you care to imagine. Those are forfeited items offered for sale by the pawnbroker. What does that really mean, though? When you pawn, or colloquially pop an item, the broker loans you money against its worth. He stores the item for an agreed period of time, after which the loan must be repaid. If not, he is free to display it in his shop for sale at a price of his choosing. Oh, yes! Now you'd explain it, I'm noticing little price tags and everything. Of course, simply by paying the agreed interest on the loan, one can extend the period of safekeeping. So you may pawn that black garb of yours without fear, my dear fellow. My treasured university uniform? Never! It embodies my student spirit! So there's this thing over here. Look at this! What could this lovely, big, shiny box be? That, my dear madam, is a music box. Surely you have such things in your own country. Oh my, yes, but I've certainly never seen one so large before. Shall we listen a while? Oh, that's sweet. Ah, what a sublime sound. It's like the music of angels. I've never heard anything like it before in my life. This particular specimen is of the larger variety, commonly found in public houses and restaurants. There is a metal disc inside on which the notes to be played are recorded. Simply by replacing the disc with another, any music you care to imagine can be played. My goodness! What a simply delightful machine! Indeed, though their popularity has waned recently with the development of the gramophone, of course. Science and technology advance at such an overwhelming pace. Their minds are gonna be blown when they learn about Spotify. Oh yeah, I saw a video of one of these old music boxes. Like it was playing the Toreador March. Like if you look like Toreador March music box. Yeah, so basically there's like a disc with a lot of holes in it, and then the music box just plays the song. All the comments are about Five Nights at Freddy's. I have to look at everything? Well, I guess they want us to. What else can I see? Calendar. That's not a calendar you could easily miss, is it? 15th of April, today's date. Yes, that's not for sale, I must point out. It's an Eastern-style page-a-day calendar. Every night at midnight, I tear off the front page to reveal the following day's date. The perfect calendar for a tearaway fellow such as yourself, Mr. Windibank. And who was it who walked out of here with the wrong violin before? Well, when the agreed storage period has passed without repayment, articles are forfeited, you see. So I have to keep a close eye on the date. It's something of a pawnbroker's obsession, you might say. Oh, yes. I can see you're very dedicated to your job. There's a few more things we could look at. This table. Our table! Thank you, Freddy, for inventing old music boxes. Very cool. Look at that enormous ledger open on the counter there. Mr. Windibank is, if nothing else, very particular about recording the items he accepts. He'd have to be. Otherwise, he'd get himself into all sorts of trouble. I have an old music box, but its handle is broken. That's sad. Which might explain the thing that catches my eye more than the ledger. This revolver here. Do not entertain even a single thought of pilfering an article herein, my dear fellow. Huh? I assure you, Mr. Windibank would not hesitate to draw that weapon with the speed belying his portly size. Oh, you don't mean he'd blow his brains out? Indeed. In recompense for his blunder. I thought he was gonna shoot us. Oh my. But in any case, of course he would never do such a thing. How could you even suggest it? What else can we look at? Percy barrel. Let's see if there's anything we can, Okay, there's this back curtain thingy. There seems to be a little door hidden behind that curtain there. That leads to the storage room, where Mr. Windibank keeps articles that are currently in pawn. Ah, I see. There's nothing of particular interest inside. I certainly wouldn't recommend any larcenous activity. Recommend it or not, it's not something I tend to do. There is but one key, and Mr. Windibank keeps it in his pocket at all times. Before he sleeps, he places it into a small pot, which he slides under his pillow. How on earth do you know about that, Mr. Sholmes? I am a detective, sir. It is my business to know what others do not. I am frequently assailed by information that I neither care for nor wish to retain. Mr. Sholmes! You are a wonder! And the prime suspect if this pawnbrokery is ever burgled. I think, will this be important later? Oh wait, no spoilers, don't spoil me. Let's just assume that's gonna be important later. You know what they say, you don't put a key in the pot unless you're gonna use the key, or something like that. Now, what do you suppose this rather enormous machine does? It seems to have two little windows for looking through. me to enlighten you, my dear fellows. What you are looking at is a stereoscope. A stereoscope? Fascinating. It is aptly named, I assure you. Look through the eyepieces and see for yourself. Oh, I should be delighted to. Excuse me a moment while I just have a look. I still have a gramophone that my grandmother had, an unlabeled record, but the gramophone doesn't work. I have a lot of broken things. I think there are, like, places where you can, get those old stuff fixed. Although I guess they'd be quite rare nowadays because people are just like, nobody uses record players anymore. We used to keep a record player, but it never worked. I mean, I don't think it ever worked. I think it was just kind of there. Speaking of old things, I remember I went to my grandma's once, and then I saw this really cool old radio. It had like a little slot for tapes. It still worked, because, you know, radios don't really need anything besides an antenna to work or anything. So I was like, whoa, this is gas. And then my grandma says, well, your dad used to use that radio in grade school. And I was like, whoa, can I keep it? And then my dad is like, nah, there's no more room in the house for it. So I still think about that radio. Too expensive and I won't have money for Doritos. That's fair. Doritos are a #1 priority. My dear fellows, in order to see the image properly, stereoscopically as if it were, you will need to be cross-eyed. However, if that is beyond you, it is of little consequence today. Alright then, I'm going to try it. Wonder what she's seeing. Ah! Mr. Naruhodo! You must see! At once! Oh, alright then. So I need to be cross-eyed? Like I'm trying to look at my own nose. The girl? What the? I don't believe it! It's just a photographic print, but it seems like you could reach out and touch it. Yes, the sense of death is startling, is it not? Stereoscopes are more of London's many fads. They are often found in little stalls in the park. People queue for hours to see them. Why? Why are people meddling with such black magic? It is no magic, my dear madam. It is, well, far too complicated to explain at present. We shall save this lesson for another day. Touché. Oh. I feel like we've looked at everything in this pawn shop. Wait, no. There's still this thing over here. Look at this! Whatever could it be used for? Hey, Blank Rabbit, do you get... I have no idea. Ah! There's a small catch just here. Look! We're going to open it, aren't we? What's inside? Oh my, that's amazing! It's like some sort of spring-loaded mechanism, which we'll never manage to put back to the way it was before. What are you two doing? What? Us? Nothing! No, nothing at all! Whatever this device is, it seems to have a pair of little windows to look through. I feel as though I've seen something rather similar to this somewhere. What? Only tuppence for it? That ain't fair and you know it! That article's barely worth a penny, miss. I cannot offer more. Sounds like there's an argument brewing over by the counter. Come on, that can't be right. I've even had a proper butcher's at it. I've seen all I need to see, young girl. Oh, it's her. Wait, don't we know... I'm sure I recognize her. Oh, yes, it's a young lady. From Mr. McGilden's trial 2 months ago. This one. Her name is Gina Lestrade, my lord. She's a chancer. Earns her crust among large crowds for leaving people of their purses. What's commonly called a pickpocket. Yeah, she shot pink smoke at us. Gordon Bennett, you lot! Who's Gordon Bennett? Hello, Miss Lestrade. I hope you've been well. Eh? What? You remember me then, do ya? Well, I remember being completely surrounded by smoke, that's for sure. So, what are you in here. Down and out like the rest of us. Nothing to eat. Come to pop that back, Weasel. Sorry, coat, have ya? What is it about this black uniform that makes everyone comment on it? What? What? Ah, good day, unless I'm very much mistaken. Starting the fight to Drayden. Good luck! You'd be the young pickpocket who stole our experimental smoke grenade launcher. Ah, Mr. Sholmes! So you have something of value to pawn, do you? Allow me to see the article, and I shall negotiate with Mr. Windbank on your behalf. Pull the other one! I don't need no help from some stuck-up D! I always love Gina and Sholmes' character designs. Yeah, they look really cool. Pull the other one! I don't need no help from some stuck-up D! Get out of my business! Go on or I'll make trouble for you! I'm trying to... I just watched a video about somebody speaking Japanese with a Scouse accent, so I'm gonna try my best to do a good Scouse accent. Crap, I missed the ad break. As you wish, Miss Lestrade. I will happily remove myself from your presence. He's really done it. He's gone. I'm sorry, but as I said, there really is no room for negotiation here. What's that thing he has in his hand? Some kind of metal disc? Oh my god, it's the one with the Toreador song! And you? Go on, leave me alone! Oh, Miss Lestrade, just pretend we aren't here. We shan't be offended in the slightest. Susato-san can really stand her ground when she wants to. Whatever. Okay, I guess we gotta ask her why she's here. Pawnbroker's customer. Somehow, I didn't really think you were sort of person who'd use a pawnbroker, Miss Lestrade. Yeah, well I am alright. I'm a Londoner, just like everyone else. That's the problem, isn't it? No, not at all. It's just that, well... Oh, I get it. I know what you're thinking. That thing probably don't even belong to her. Probably got it on the dive, didn't she? Yeah, I can see it written all over your Chevy Chase. Well, I mean, I might have been thinking something along those lines. You're not going to deny it, Mr. Naruhodo. Alright then, I'm just gonna come out and ask you straight. Do you pawn things that you steal from other people? Well, I don't know how best to answer that, really. Wait, chicken in a can of Coke, chicken in a can of Coke, chicken in a can of Coke. Suppose, sometimes. You're not going to deny it either, Miss Lestrade. But not this time, alright? I swear, that thing belongs to me! The disc that Mr. Windybank is holding? Perhaps we should see what he has to say about all this. Miss Lestrade's disc. Mr. Windybank, what exactly is this metal disc that Miss Lestrade has brought in? It seems to have hundreds of tiny little bumps on its surface. Ah, this is a music disc, you see, for use inside a music box. In a music box? Alright, Myth. The wall rain sweep dirt on an ice fang and rest. Oh, nice. That's one gym badge down. I think either because you're playing black 2, white 2, there's one more. What? You don't even know what a music box is? Just you Eastern not ain't savvy, eh? I know what a music box is. I've just never seen one of these discs before. The small protrusions on the metal disc encode the tune to be played on the music box. You simply insert the disc and set the machine going, and beautiful music plays. It's so incredible! Tell us, what tune is on this disc? Well, I'm afraid I couldn't tell you that. There are so many different types of music box, you see. British-made, German, Swiss. YouTube keeps delaying stream by a few seconds while Twitch doesn't. Well, yeah, that's just kind of YouTube has a lot of, I guess not a lot, but like compared to Twitch, there's more latency on YouTube. So if you want to have less latency with the stream, you can watch on Twitch. If you although there are advantages to using YouTube, like you don't get bothered by ad breaks as much. And I suppose like for mobile users, YouTube's what's that thing called? YouTube's interface is just more friendly. Ah, I see. And that's it in a nutshell. I wouldn't have any customers for an item like this even if the young lady forfeited it. Really, I'm already offering more than I should at a penny. Oh, you paid for YouTube Premium? I remember when Twitch had this much delay back then. Oh, that's true. That's a packet of lies. You told me you did it. You said it was full. He? Who? Never you mind. It just ain't right, that's all. The disc worth good money, I know it is. Well then, you'll have to try your luck at another pawnbroker's, won't you? Ah! He's been in before, of course, this little tatterdemalion. But what a word. I see. It's a mistake, I was drunk on chocolate milk. I think you can excuse a lot of mistakes with chocolate milk. Chocolate milk's great. I'm having hot chocolate right now. Dubious, what you trying to say? So, is there something dubious about the disc she brought in today? So dubious that you could evolve your Porygon. Well, if only it were that simple. Sorry? What do you mean? What she actually brought in was a storage ticket. Ah, a storage ticket. So, Mr. Strut has actually come to redeem an article from you today, is that right? Yeah, that's right. Girl like me has a lot of stuff that needs storing. Alright, yes, that's definitely dubious. The article in question would have been forfeited at midnight tonight. But as she gave me the ticket for it and paid both the loan and the interest, I was obliged to return the article to her. But what was the article? Do tell us, Mr. Windybank. The little scamp is wearing it, ma'am. It's the overcoat that she redeemed. Oh. What? What's wrong with that? It fits, doesn't it? I mean, it's mine, so of course it does. So, what about the disc then? How does that come into all this? Ah, the disc is something else. A new article to pawn if the girl and I can agree a price. Just as a comparison, which one pays more? Well, okay, it's really hard to get monetized on YouTube. So I haven't met the requirements to get paid on YouTube, so I'm not making money on YouTube at all. If anybody on YouTube ever wants to like give me money, I take it through external payment channels like Coffee. On Twitch, it's much easier to, you know, pay for subscriptions, and there are a few people that have bought subscriptions already, so yeah, just because I can't make money on YouTube, I'd say I'm making more money. I'm making more on Twitch, but then I don't know, because I know like there are, with subscription prices, like Twitch takes a cut. I'm not really sure how much that cut is exactly. I think there was some controversy about it some time ago. Like, they were gonna make it like a 50-50 split, but then when it was, I think, 70-30 before. I don't know what the cut is on YouTube for like memberships and stuff. But once I'm able to get memberships on YouTube, I'll definitely open them. You'll get monetized one day, trust. Thank you. I appreciate the optimism. I hope to get monetized soon. I should probably upload more video content, not stream content, because, you know, people are less likely to watch. According to YouTube, you get 70%. Oh, so it's kind of like with Twitch. Wait, so what's Twitch revenue split? I know with bits you get everything. Oh, it is, Oh, it is 50-50 on Twitch, so... Wait a second. So it is 50-50 in, It is 50-50 on Twitch. On YouTube, I guess you get more. New article to pawn. For this heavy black coat, which we returned to her care, as I had understood it. I'm kinda jobless right now, but as soon as I get a job, I'll... Sure, no problem. I'll wait. Rather unsurprisingly, as soon as the little ragamuffin put the thing on, she went rifling through the pockets. Oh, you mean... What? Don't you know it's rude to stare at a lady? Ah, I see! So it came from the pocket of the overcoat, did it? Make more stuff like LOL Harpoon and you'll get to 5k subs in no time. The thing about it is that I'm kind of new to animation, and so it's kind of hard to make stuff like that, but it is the more reliable way to get more viewing hours on YouTube, so... Maybe I'll learn more animation. Maybe I'll even do it on this stream. And she immediately tried. Oh, posture check. I am standing straight. Water. Yes. Give it up, I'm just trying to pawn something like anyone else could. Mrs. Strad, may I ask who deposited the overcoat here in the first place? Well... Me? It doesn't really appear to be your size. Me old man! It's me old man's, ain't it? Is it Mrs. Strad? Is it Mrs. Strad? Yes, this is definitely all rather suspicious. Shrimping, catching shrimp. Out of my way, please! Oh! Who's he? Who's this picture postcard English gentleman? Who's this great Gatsby looking? Good day to you, ladies, gentlemen. Wait, I need to come up with a voice for this guy. What's your problem, eh? There is no problem, as long as you remove yourself. I have a matter to discuss with the proprietor. And if you intend to make problem of it, I shall see you outside, little girl, for the hiding you deserve. Look, ain't it obvious? I ain't done talking with him yet. Caesar! Oh my god, you're right! It does look like Caesar! It's Caesar in the flesh! I think it would also be like... Okay, JoJo's takes place in the 1920s. This takes place in the 1900s. We're just a few years off, but yes, this is the spitting image of Caesar. Well, you are an impudent little brat, aren't you? As well as a pickpocket. Eh? Who are you? Oh, do you know who I am? The question is, how do you not know who I am? You haven't the courtesy even to remember the faces of your victims, it seems. What? You mean from you? Broker. Well, yes, sir. I believe this filthy pocket thief has just redeemed an article from you, no? Yes, the article in question belongs to me. I demand for it to be returned at once. Oh my! Now that's a lie! What are you trying to pull? Give me back my overcoat, you wastrel! And needless to say, why did that feel like a slur? And the music box, this too. Oh my god, he's JoJo posing! It really is Caesar! Wastrel, not Wastrel. Let's just take it in. No, you can't have it. You just can't. It's me old man's, or it was. Now it's mine. Goodness, Mr. Naruhodo. This is a very awkward situation. Yes, I think perhaps we should hear both sides of the story in a little more detail. Wait, is this gonna be the case? Let's chat with Gina. Miss Lestrade, is what the gentleman is saying? What do you think? It'll lie, Aiden, obviously! I swear on my life, I had never laid eyes on that dandy before! Let's hear it now, you little ragamuffin. You stole it, didn't you? That ticket you brought in here just now? No, I swear it! I swear to God! Just barely an hour ago, I was walking along the street, minding my own business, when this little gutter thing ran into me. I knew what once would have happened. Damn, insults back then were brutal. Gutterling? What if I... what if I just started saying that? Like... what if I just started saying that? Like, okay. Like a bot comes into the stream and is like, get out of here, you little gutterling! It feels like I should be, feels like I should be striked on YouTube for that, but anyway, let's continue. I've been robbed yet again, I thought to myself. These wretched pickpockets. Yet again? Oh yes, as you can see, I am a man of impeccable style. This isn't the first time I've been targeted by these backslum scoundrels. It keeps on doing that! Now then, relinquish my overcoat! My, these insults are quite bollocks, indeed! Come along now, Mr. Stripe. Give the good gentleman his coat back. If you're going to cause trouble, I shall have no choice but to call the police. Hold on! Why does everyone think it's me? Just look at this dandy cove, and you think I'm the dodgy one? I'm sorry, but no one's going to believe you. Well, what about evidence? Yeah. Where's the evidence that I've stolen something, eh? Come on, let's see it. Isn't he, like, already wearing a coat? What, you egg? He slaps him. I wrote a message before my previous one, but suddenly the stream crashed for me. I'm going to Twitch. Oh, I have evidence, naturally. You what? Evidence? Evidence that the article Miss Lestrade redeemed actually belongs to this gentleman. Of course, we need only consult Mr. Windibank's ledger to know the truth. We'll be able to look up the name of the person who deposited the article in the first place. Yes, brilliant! I'm very sorry, but I'm afraid that won't be possible. Oh! Really? I never ask customers' names. That's a strict policy of mine. But why not? Why don't you? That seems like bad business, don't you think? Well, as you can imagine, some of my customers have circumstances to consider. Circumstances, eh? A great many of them prefer to maintain their anonymity. Yes, I see. But then, how can you tell if an article belongs to the person asking to redeem it? Oh, it's quite simple. Good sir. Might I trouble you for the watchword associated with the article in question? Of course. It's... There he goes again. Professor! Yes, that's right, and all the evidence we need. This gentleman is the rightful owner of the article. Without doubt. A watchword? Interesting. Watchwords. So, about these watchwords, Mr. Windibank. As I just explained, I never ask customers' names when they deposit items with me. There are many reasons why. Certain customers would like to keep their activities secret. That wasn't exactly a subtle glance at Mr. Sholmes now, wasn't it? He's just right there! Because detectives have no dark secrets, not at all. Yes, well... Anyway, that's why I always ask for a watchword whenever I accept a new article. In many ways, it's like the secret combination of numbers used to unlock a vault. The date of deposit, the description, and the watchword uniquely identify each item. And of course, then I give the storage ticket to the customer. When someone comes to retrieve something, I ask for the ticket and the watchword. And if that someone tells you the correct watchword, you return the article? That's right, sir. Yes, just as soon as the requisite fee is paid. And I have supplied you with the information you require already, but for the avoidance of doubt. The article in question is an overcoat, deposited 2 months ago on 15th February. What a watchword of Professor! All perfectly correct information, sir. But Al! Really, this is beyond the joke now. There's no further room for doubt. Ugh. Okay, I guess we've already gotten everything we could. Let's chat with this guy. Picture postcard gentleman. Yeah, Gina might be cooked here. Excuse me, but who are you? ... One would expect the inquirer to introduce himself first. Though clearly you are not British, so perhaps our ways are foreign to you. Oh, sorry, yes, we're from the Empire of Japan. We're studying here. Oh, yes, Japan. I've heard talk of the place. What is bro doing? Its inhabitants live in some fiery brown-colored soup, dressed up with exotic spices. You might be thinking of somewhere else. And what was that theatrical gesticulation about? Perhaps. Anyway, if you are a gentleman, sir, you offer your own name first before inquiring after the name of another. Of course, yes. I'm Yunosuke Naruhodo. I'm a lawyer. Well, a student of law, really. My name's Susato Mikotoba. I'm Mr. Naruhodo's assistant. I see. And what's your name? My name is Benedict. Yes, Egbert Benedict. I was just gonna say, like, what? Eggs Benedict? He got the joke out of me before I could even say it. And alternatively, he could also be like Benedict Cumberbatch. What, you egg? Enchante! He's so refined in how he holds himself and how he speaks, but that name is suspicious. When I have sister location odd name. Now, to the matter at hand. Is Jojo posing? My overcoat! Return it at once to someone with the style to carry it off. Every move he makes, every breath he takes, every step he takes. I can't stand watching him. They're just dropping references left and right. Every move he makes, every breath he takes, I can't stand watching him. Wait, I feel like I'm too close to the mic. Okay, there was some peeking there before, but there shouldn't be anymore. Hey, hello, Gina. This is Great Ace Attorney. So, let that be an end to the matter. And thank you for your custom, Mr. Egbert Benedict, sir. With such reasonable rates of interest, I may even decide to come back. This is why I hate grown-ups. Just because I'm a diva, everyone thinks it makes me a liar. This guy's animation is so funny, that's so true. And the contents of the coat pockets, if you please, broker. But of course, sir, here's the disc for you. I don't usually bother with accents for some of the characters. Just this one? Pardon, sir? I was expecting another. That is, I deposited another. Another disc. Oh dear. I regret to inform you, sir, that what was deposited with me was merely the overcoat. The disc happened to be in one of the pockets, but I was completely unaware of it until now. So, Gutterling, you're hiding more of what's rightfully mine, are you? Says who, I don't know nothing about it. Very well. There he goes, Jojo posing again. Then I shall bid you farewell. Say goodbye to style. Your Gina voice is honestly decent, thank you. Wait a minute, that disc is mine! Ah! What do you think you're doing, you little tramp? You've drawn blood, you filthy animal! Oh my! Yes, there's blood on the disc. It's because of all those sharp little bumps. That must have scratched his finger. I found it first, alright. I mean, it belonged to me, old man. So you're not having it. Oh, you take it. Me? If I hang on to it, they'll have it off me again. So you keep a hold of it. Miss Lestrade, why is this disc so important to her? Are we gonna get framed it for the second time? The music box disc has been entered into the court record. You there, in the black livery! Hand that disc to me at once, please. What am I, a Formula 1 car? No, don't! He's lying! Grown-ups are all liars! What do I do now? How am I going to resolve this? Alright, let's have a chit-chat. Why are you getting involved in this? I don't know, she put the disc in my hands! Wow, Miss Lestrade is really looking daggers at that mysterious gentleman. We need to do something to calm things down before she loses control and attacks him again. Right, let's talk to Mr. Benedict. Look at those piercing eyes! He's clearly in no mood to talk. We have to do something quickly before this mysterious gentleman leaves to fetch the police or something. Okay, I guess that just leaves Mr. Windibank. Mr. Windibank is clearly at a loss here. We have to do something about this before he reaches for that revolver of his. Oh boy. What are we supposed to do? Look at Mr. Windibank watching diligently over his shop. There's still so many things I'm curious about, but somehow I don't really feel like this is the right time to be browsing. Calming this fraught situation must be your first priority, and I'm fairly certain that we can find just the great thing we need among the articles here in this shop. The shopkeep isn't thinking— Nah, not somebody, just himself. What is it, Mr. Sholmes? Got something for me? Mr. Sholmes? What are you examining with such keen interest? As you enjoy a bar of caramel, I see. So, you found me at last, Mr. Naruhodo. Sorry? After that young pickpocket sent me on my way, I was forced to lurk in the shadows. Cruelly ostracized as the rest of you partook in the jovial atmosphere of fellowship. Oh, thanks for the subscription, Diagra! Thank you! Thank you, thank you, thank you! So... I had nothing to occupy my mind, but was too ashamed to let society see what my downfall had done to me. So feigning mock interest, I pretended to examine the tedious trinkets in this desolate place. Which, as you shrewdly observed, gnawing on the only friend I have left, the 7% solution of caramel. So it's only 7% caramel? I think I like YouTube better. Right, you claim to understand the depths of my despair, Mr. Naruhodo, but how could you? I was so lonely, so desperately lonely. Then, why on earth didn't you rejoin the conversation? Things have gone from bad to worse here, you know. Yes, I overheard much of your conversation. Or rather, in my craving for human contact, my ears devoured every word that was uttered. Yay, Corn Storm! Poor Mr. Sholmes. I feel simply awful for you, it would seem. If my inferences are correct. Oh, surely you're not about to tell us that you've solved the entire case once again? My dear madam, sometimes I wonder, were my genius for deduction to be commoditized? How much could I pawn it for? It seems Mr. Sholmes has had another of his flashes of inspiration, but who knows if it will help to resolve the situation between Miss Lestrade and the mysterious gentleman. What's the right thing to do here? Listen to the deduction. Well, I think we could... I am the court that's approaching! Well, Miss Lestrade, it would appear you find yourself in something of a predicament. Where the blue blazes have you been, eh? Pardon? When a lady's in trouble, a true gent's supposed to be there to help. Straight away, not an hour later. Harsh. And who, pray tell, are you? Okay, the third in isolation. Mr. Egbert Benedict, you have, in my eyes, a veritably encyclopedic array of curiosities about your person. Nevertheless, there are two immovable conclusions I have drawn. I beg your pardon? Calm down, Speedwagon. The first is this. The true reason for your visit to this pawnbrokery today is something you have not yet revealed. Ha! And the second is this. A considerable crime is in contemplation, one you will orchestrate with intent to steal a vast sum of money. Well, Mr. Benedict, what say you to my deductions? Ow! He's turned as white as a hard-boiled egg! But seeing that once again, Mr. Sholmes has made a flawless deduction. The blokes are having a posing competition. I just wanted my stuff, bro. Just who do you think you are, sir? Ah, yes, as I hoped. That is precisely the pained expression I was looking for. Look at them JoJo posing. Ah, living in the moment, not a single phone in sight. So, shall we begin? The time has come for yet another Herlock Sholmes logic and reasoning spectacular! Wanna have a posing battle JoJo style? Yeah, that would be fun. The game is afoot. Topic 1. Mystery Man's Aim. First of all, we must ask ourselves on what business you ventured this pawnbrokery today. You claim to have followed this pickpocket here. Coming here had the redemption ticket stolen from you on the street. But that is most certainly a lie. The real truth is something quite different. It's revealed by that which you hold in your hand. What's written? Is this Russian? The staff recruitment flyer. Is that your reality marble chant? It does look like he's doing that. Your next line is... Yeah, that's true. The piece of paper in your hand is a staff wanted advertisement from this very shop. Yet even the most unobservant would soon realize that a man of your appearance has no need of such employ. In other words, there is some ulterior motive for your actions. The cane, with which you unwittingly clutch to your person, exhibits an inconvertible contradiction. What utter rot! I've had this cane for years! What's AG mean? The contradiction which I speak is, of course, missing ferrule. The end of any walking cane would be terminated with a metal ferrule to protect the wooden tip. And yet, a detailed analysis shows that the wooden tip of this stick to be utterly bare. Therefore, there is only one conclusion. I don't know why I made him speak like Alistair all of a sudden. You know what? Sholmes is Alistair now. Therefore, there is only one conclusion. The rod that you hold in your hand, which appears to be a walking cane, is in fact no cane at all. You recoil, sir. Is something wrong? And in your recoiling, you inadvertently facilitate the answer of the next conundrum to present itself. Namely, what is the truth behind this fraud you bear? That sounds crazy out of context. I'm screenshotting that. Yes, your reaction betrays the truth. The handle which you evidently would like to conceal is the key to understanding this riddle, you see. From the moment I saw it, my suspicions were aroused. What walking cane the man suggests out handle, mused I. But of course, as I said, this is no walking cane. No, that fraud is the broken handle of a shovel. What? Are you insane? And now, having determined this undeniable truth, the conclusion is clear. Your true motive for coming here was to take employment at this establishment in order to excavate the ground beneath the premises. What a calculated crime you have conceived, sir. A wickedly calculated crime. The tunnel underneath the pawnbrokery. I say this, but I might end up changing Sholmes' voice next stream. Now, Mr. Benedict, let us continue. For we must expose the details of this elaborate crime you have in the planning. This is utterly absurd. You suggest that I, a gentleman, intend to excavate the ground beneath this pawnbrokery with a broken shovel? What on earth do you propose I could expect to find there? Some long-forgotten treasure, I suppose. Save for such a fanciful theory, what possible reason do I have to do as you say? Wait, let me check the volume on this thing. Okay, this would be fine. I feel like it's been too loud for quite some time now. Oh, but there is an ample reason. As you are only too well aware, Mr. Benedict. Ah, and your furtive glance is more telling than I could have hoped. What? Let us consider what would motivate a man to infiltrate a shop such as this and covertly dig beneath its floor. The answer is revealed by the cancel notice on the counter to which your eyes are inadvertently drawn. This letter gives notice of public works to be carried out in the local area. And according to the enclosed plan of the upcoming sewerage works, beneath this shop runs a sewer that adjoins another, one that runs under the bank on the opposite side of the road. This madness has entered the sewers now, has it? By excavating the ground beneath our feet, you would gain access to the waterway that flows in very close proximity to the great font of the financial institution opposite. What are you? In summary, sir, you devised a master plan to pull off an elaborate bank robbery by dint of the underground tunnels. Master plan? Maya's bro spinning wants me to buy her chips. Man, chips are great. Which brings us at last to the final chapter of this lurid scheme. With what plunder did the thief hope to make up from the underground vault of the bank? Are you quite serious? Having consulted with Scotland Yard some days ago, I happen to know the answer. But naturally, the answer is no secret to you, is it, Mr. Benedict? I have no idea what you're talking about. Allow me to present a rather interesting piece of evidence. You see, this picture postcard tells us all we need to know. A postcard of the Great Exhibition. I'm afraid you've lost me. Wait, I'm kind of getting mixed up with all my voices currently in the final stages of preparation. The Great Exhibition will soon be underway, and the government has provided extra funds to complete its centerpiece, the Crystal Tower. Funds that currently sit in the vault of the bank on the other side of the road. My guy. Yes, the considerable crime you have been contemplating is the theft of that which sit in the vault of that bank. The special reserve funds for the great exhibition. Of course, that is top secret police information. So keep it under your hat, please. To steal the great exhibition's reserves? Sir. Listen to the Turlock Shelves' great deduction of this pawnbroking puzzle. I don't know how to manually do that voice filter thing. Mr. Sholmes? Well, Mr. Naruhodo? An impressively upbeat deduction for the detective wrecked with loneliness, would you not agree? Was it true what you said about the bank over the road and what it has in its mold? I want to know what kind of glue Herlock sniffs. The good stuff. Super glue. Indeed, though few know if it existed, it is one of the government's mostly it is one of the government's most closely guarded secrets. Gregson told me, in the strictest confidence. I'll get her some tomato chips. Ooh, tomato chips. That sounds interesting, but you just announced it to everyone here. Rather loudly, in fact. Ah! And if it's such a big secret, how would Mr. Benedict have come to find about it? There could only be one explanation for that. Clearly, it is because the man is a criminal! Evil! But what if he didn't know anything about the money in the vault? If he is a criminal, as he said, then buying a brand new shovel is sure to be the first thing he does now that you've revealed the secret. Oh. How far in the game is this? This is case 5. Or if he doesn't, maybe Mr. Windibank will. He already has plenty of shovels here after all. All my life, I assure you I'm not so unscrupulous. Well, hopefully this has taught you a valuable lesson. Sensitive information must be handled with the utmost of care. One can never be sure that someone privy to secrets won't disclose them, and once the word is out, it's out. Perhaps I'll think twice before confiding in you next time, Mr. Sholmes. An excellent idea, Mr. Naruhodo. An excellent idea! Ah ha ha ha! Well then, Mr. Naruhodo, you know what to do, I'm sure. Yes, let's listen to that great deduction again and see if we can massage it into shape. Very well then, let us start once more from the beginning. Of Herlock Sholmes' magnificent logic and reasoning spectacular. Me when Pro shows a funny meme. Course correction. Hold it, Mr. Sholmes. Mystery Man's aim. Okay, I won't be reading this anymore. I cannot observe this. Oh, that's how that works. So, by Mr. Sholmes' reasoning, Mr. Benedict came here to apply for a job so he could dig down the floor. So is this still about lawyers? Oh, definitely. Still can't believe Herlock Sholmes is 34. Oh, he is? I don't know. Iris is 10. So he's like her dad? Yes, in an attempt to tunnel into the sewers to gain access to the money in the vault of the bank across the road. But he wouldn't get very far with a broken shovel, wouldn't he? We had to do this on like the boat arc with the ballerina and her cat. No, I think it's fair to say his motives lie elsewhere. The question is, where? What did bring Mr. Benedict here at this particular point in time? So let's... we have to observe him. Usually it's something that's hidden. Oh! Look at all the scribbled notes in the back of the flyer here! I don't believe it! What is it? Listen to what it says. Name, Gina Lestrade, height 5'2". Green cap, scruffy waistcoat, grubby white shirt, blue satchel, ragged. It's a detailed description of Miss Lestrade. Goodness! There's even a sketch of her hat and all. Although, he showed it to her, she'd fire that smoke grenade launcher in his face for sure. And look! The details of the shop have been written down here too! Windybank's Pawnbrokery, Baker Street, redemption deadline 15th of April. Which is today's date! Why would Mr. Benedict have all that information scrawled on the back of that piece of paper? Wait, I'm curious about the cane, but I don't think it's time for it yet. You know what, let's just observe the cane. That's a proper English gentleman's cane, isn't it? Look at the beautifully polished brass in the handle. Yes, but Mr. Sholmes is right. It's not the sort of handle you usually see on a cane. Perhaps it's the latest London fashion. I mean, that's just guesswork, of course. Perhaps you could adopt the cane, Mr. Naruhodo. It might rather suit you. I have a feeling it might argue with the sword around my waist. Oh yeah, he keeps Kazuma's sword because he's like... Wait, how do I move the... Okay, move the camera with this button over here. Can you observe that thing? Travel back in time and examine evidence when everything's frozen. We have some water though. Yes, what brought you in the shop in this first place is the info about Miss Lestrade. Quite so, my dear fellow. Quite so, my dear fellow. It would appear that the writing and sketch on the reverse of the flyer pertain to the pickpocket Miss Lestrade and to Mr. Windybank's pawnbrokery here. You originally told us that you had merely given chase after Miss Lestrade stole the redemption ticket from you. But that, sir, is a thinly veiled lie. It's the information in the back of the flyer that led you here today, by which I mean here to Windybank's pawnbrokery, and today the redemption deadline of that overcoat. So you waited outside for the young girl matching the description you have written down to arrive. And you have gone some lengths to hide the reason for your pursuit of Miss Lestrade. In other words, there is some ulterior motive for your actions. The cane, which you unwittingly clutched to your person, exhibits an incontrovertible contradiction. What utter rot! I've had this cane for years! A contradiction of which I speak is, of course, the missing ferrule. What's a ferrule? It's the metal cap commonly found at the end of a cane, Mr. Naruhodo. Ah, the bit that makes the nice clacking sound on the pavement. Yes, exactly, and Mr. Sholmes is right. It appears to be missing on this cane. But it doesn't actually look broken, does it? No, it doesn't, though the gentleman certainly did recoil when Mr. Sholmes identified the cane as suspicious. In other words, there's some secret about the cane that Mr. Benedict would rather we don't know. Alright, let's observe the cane. Ah, this camera stuff is kind of tricky to navigate. Look here, Miss Susato. There are some letters on the handle. Ah, yes. Those must be initials, I think. In the West, it's customary for people to engrave their belongings with the first letters of their names. So, Herlock Sholmes would be HS. You mean, yeah, he really is called Herlock Sholmes. That's right. And the initials on this cane obviously... Oh, AG? Why does it feel as though that's not quite right? I have to observe the end. The end of this cane is just bare wood. Yes, and according to Mr. Sholmes' deduction, this is where the shovel blade would have been attached. Didn't it just be that the tip fell off? I'm sorry, Mr. Naruhodo, but I couldn't possibly speculate. There's actually some chips in my house right now. I haven't actually eaten them yet, because maybe it's something that he's holding. Let's present this. Well, it's not like we'll get deducted anyway. The contradiction of which I speak is, of course, the initialing. Chipping ASMR. A most astute observation, wouldn't you say, Mr. Eggert Benedict? We are led to believe, sir, that your initials are EB. Yet in the most possessive manner, you have in your grasp a cane bearing the initials AG. An incontrovertible contradiction indeed, would you not agree? No! You're wrong! This cane isn't... You said before that you'd had that cane for years. So don't try to tell us you just borrowed it from a friend or found it in the park. In short... Wait, let me just... This is where... Though you hold yourself to be a gentleman, you withheld your true name. I mean, nobody is actually called Eggert Benedict. You recoil, sir. Is something wrong? And in your recoiling, you inadvertently facilitate the answer of the next conundrum to present itself. There's a dog! Look, there's a picture of a dog on the counter! Excellent. Yes, your reaction betrays the truth. Okay, this is a bit too echoey. Yes, your reaction betrays the truth. The handle, which you evidently would like to conceal, is the key to understanding this riddle, you see. Let's consider the bare bones of what's happened here. Miss Lestrade redeemed that fine-looking coat. And now a mysterious man has appeared, introducing himself with a fake name. Is that one of those cane blades? Well, maybe. You put like an Optimus Prime mask on your voice that, put Optimus Prime mask on your face when you change your voice. No, I have a water bottle, you know, the one that I drink water from. And I put the cover over my mouth. And now a mysterious man has appeared, introducing himself with a fake name, and claiming that the overcoat belongs to him. But we know that he actually identified Miss Lestrade from a written description, which suggests that everything else he's told us is untrue. So what we need to do here is somehow prove that the overcoat cannot possibly belong to him. Oh, it's torn. Oh! The seam in the shoulder there is coming apart, look! So it is. Do you know, a moment ago when Mr. Benedict was surprised by something that was said, I thought I heard him make a rather strange noise. It sounded a bit like a tiny growl. But now I think it was probably the sound of the seam ripping open. If you look closely, it does seem to be a very tight fit. The seams are stretched to bursting and he wouldn't have a hope of fastening it at the front. If he were to run around in it, I'm sure the whole thing would fall apart. That I'd like to see. Sorry? So how can we make Mr. Benedict run around? She's really giving this some thought. I don't know if I could viably observe anything else. It is a rather strange handle for sure. Yes, certainly unusual for a gentleman's cane. Expect to see such a cane being thrown charmingly by its owner as it skips merrily down the street. You do? Ah, something has just occurred to me. We have a shovel back in our office, don't we? Yes, you're right, and its handle is exactly the same shape as this cane's. Here we go. Now I'm starting to wonder if it's not actually a cane at all, but a spade. Mr. Schultz's deductions are curiously compelling, aren't they? He's gaslighting us. So... I love this breaking effect. The split seam, which you evidently would like to conceal, is the key to understanding this riddle, you see. Ah! Wah! Yes, because the overcoat is rather obviously a poor fit. Having forced it over your broad shoulders, the seam is already breaking apart. My suspicions were aroused from the outset. When you so boldly lied... When you so boldly lied about your name and so boldly waylaid this pickpocket. Oh! This catalog of untruths has been all been for one very specific person. Hello, Zetius. Herlock really loves fish and chips, so it means he's actually Gregson. That's an all-white secret child deduction. To steal the article that the young girl redeemed from Mr. Winterberg. Ah! But what really irks me is this. A considerable crime I initially imagined has been considerably curtailed. Wait, so what does he need this for? I mean, I guess we'll find out later. Now, Mr. Benedict, let us continue. For we must expose the details of this elaborate crime you have in the beginning. You have in the planning. This is utterly absurd. He needs it for brushing his teeth. You suggested that I, a gentleman, designed a ways to fetch some Oh, wait a second. You suggested I, a gentleman, designed a ways to filch some tawdry article of pottage? I thought I nearly read that as ponage. You guys remember ponage? Or you know those people who wore the Godzilla suit in the old movie who faces intense heat in many issues for the commitment of the role? I'll place Arm in the same category from now on. I'm just talking into a cup. Or the guy that played R2-D2. You know, there's this guy that, I think he's a YouTuber or a streamer. He would wear a costume every time he'd stream a game. Like, if he was playing a game... If he was playing a game out of, about tanks, then he'd dress like a tank. I forgot his name. I keep forgetting his name. He enters my mind every now and then, but I always forget what his name is. I just know him as the guy that dresses up for whatever game he's playing. He suggested I, a gentleman, designed a wheeze to filch some tawdry article of ponage. Yeah, like Arzeola saying ponage. Do you guys remember that? I feel like Pone died pretty quickly and also didn't really have any lasting power. Like, everybody used to say that, like, pwned, you've been pwned. Have you forgotten that I redeemed the article in the proper manner, using the watchword? Why does Ro have to do the boogie slide every time? Had I not been the one to deposit it in the first place, how could I possibly have known the relevant details? Oh, but the watchword can be discovered. As you are only too well aware, Mr. Benedict. And your furtive glance is more telling than I could have hoped. What? Let us consider how one might learn a secret watchword relating to the pawn property of the other. I was gonna say pawn property. There's an ad on the Twitch. There's an ad on the Twitch side. I guess this is now a good time to, take a short break. I'll be right back. Hey guys, I'm back! The timing for the ad was perfect. Oh, there's an ad for Twitch and I immediately got slapped with it. Anyway, so I just went to refill my water bottle and, do some business. So, yeah, let's continue. The method is revealed by the council notice on the counter to which your eyes are inadvertently drawn. The direction of the deduction must change rather dramatically now, I think. Yes, no more talk of tunneling into the sewers. Which is a pity, because it all sounded rather exciting. Anyway. Oh hey, it feels good to be back. Anyway, you can't deny that this mysterious gentleman did know the watchword. Yes, Professor! If you didn't know that word, Mr. Windybank would never allow you to redeem the article. Or, looking at it another way, if you did know that word, Mr. Windybank would allow you to redeem the article whether it was yours or not. I'm walking. Did Team Plasma just nuke the city? Solo leveling on ice? Really, they'll put everything on ice except for Yuri on fucking ice. I'm still waiting for season 2 of Yuri on Ice. I'm coping so hard right now. Like, I've been coping about Yuri on Ice season 2 for years. Let's pause the game for a moment just so I can yap about this. So, the reason why I was so sure that a season 2 would happen was because the ending... Okay, I'll drink some water first. So, Yuri on Ice ended in a way that made you sort of expect a continuation. And then he was... Let's go, Perogos eats the spinning for multiple times. Like, Yuri, 1 second... Okay, so, like, Yuri was in his fucking figure skating competition, and then he got 2nd place. And then he presents his medal to Victor, his, coach slash idol slash boyfriend at this point, I think? So he presents his medal to Victor, and it's like, hey Victor, how did I do? And then Victor is like, I won't kiss the medal unless it's gold. I will bring me a gold medal next time, okay? And then Yuri's like, okay. And then it sort of ends where they're like, I guess they're training together with, the other kid that's named Yuri. Where was I going here? So that's kind of a setup that warrants a season 2. And I think there was like a movie. There was a movie planned, but then it was like axed. It was in development hell for a long time, and then it was axed to animate 4 episodes of JJK season 3, I guess. But, you know, I can still hope. Because if I don't hope, I will... If I don't hope, I might go insane. Well, I gave up on No Game, No Life getting a season 2. Well, we can't always get what we want. Like, some of the other things that I wanted to get a season 2, like, I think Girls Monthly Nozaki-kun, I really like that anime, but the anime was ultimately made to promote the manga, so the chances of it getting a season 2 are low. Let's just solve the case. Dog! Look, the picture of the dog! I can't observe the dog! Speedwood High School TXT Season 5. The lamp, the notes, snowman. Is that a cat and a snowman? Is that Pikachu? Is that Pikachu? Look at the lamp. This looks to be quite an old lamp, but it's obviously been well looked after. And there's... Oh, thanks for the follow, Sheriff Pumpkin! And there's oil in it too. In other words, it's still in use. Yes, it would appear so. But as for how it could be related to Mr. Benedict knowing the watchword for the Pond article, I have no idea. That makes 2 of us. I think it might be here in this note. Meow. Look at this, Miss Susato. Ah, it appears to be a memo that Mr. Windybank has scribbled to himself. Let's see, what does it say? Oh, Professor! It doesn't just say Professor. Mr. Windybank must make a note of the watchwords his customers gave him right before their eyes, and an alarmingly clear script as well. Oh dear, I don't know where to look. Who knows what other secrets I might see? The revolver? Let's observe the revolver. This is Mr. Windybank's gun. Yes, loaded with only one bullet, he said. It would appear that being a pawnbroker is a very life-or-death profession. That might just be this particular establishment. Okay, let's present the notes. Whoops, I accidentally... So yeah, let this be a lesson to... If you write your passwords down, make sure that it's in a secure place. Make sure that you don't just... It's not just out in the flippin' open. I have an idea. Start making Gojo shirtless art and videos and monetization is yours. Maybe. It might just work. Who knows? Let this be a lesson to keep your password secure. If you're gonna write it down, make sure to lock it up. Make sure that it's hard to find, and also if you're going to write it down on your device, be careful. Make sure your device doesn't get stolen. You need to have a very secure place for your passwords. No, please, I meant it as a joke. That's okay, I wasn't really thinking of doing that. Or was I? Oh well, that's neither here nor there, let's... Yeah, I wasn't really thinking about that, don't worry. The method is revealed by the notelet in which the counter... Wait, where's my cup? Yes, the broker here follows the same procedure whether a customer comes to redeem an article. He asks the customer for the watchword and notes down the response other than the note that he has to hand. Then he consults his ledger and confirms whether or not the watchword matches that of the article in question. I would expect nothing less of a diligent pawnbroker. Oh, hi, Sync! But his diligence clearly has its disadvantages. What are you talking about? It is increasingly apparent that you were present in the shop before your accusation against Mr. Strad. He was just watching there? In all likelihood, you followed her inside and then observed her talking to Mr. Windybank. When the diligent broker made a note of the watchword, as is his common practice, you observed him writing the word professor on the notelet beside the ledger. And that, sir, was the master plan you decided to steal the pawn article from the young Miss Lestrade. Master plan? Bro is doing all the ballerina twirls. Which brings us at last to the final chapter of this lurid scheme. Why would you go to such lengths to redeem that particular article from this pawnbroker? Are you quite serious? I did not just open Uma Musume. For an ill-fitting overcoat hardly seems to justify the effort, much less a worthless music box disc. But naturally, you had very good reason to make them yours, didn't you, Mr. Benedict? I have no idea what you're talking about. Allow me to present a rather interesting piece of evidence. You see, this picture postcard tells us all we need to know. Giving us a preview of solo leveling on ice. I have a Haru Urara career that I haven't finished on this game. Reward for Star Uma Musume being borrowed. Oh, thanks to whoever borrowed my... Wait, I missed the team trials reset. The articles we're talking about are the overcoat and the music box that was in one of the pockets. Which according to Mr. Windybank isn't even worth a penny. And yet this man went to such lengths to steal them? This gives off Sherlock Holmes vibes. He is actually just straight up called Sherlock Holmes in the Japanese version, but here, because apparently the Sherlock Holmes series is under very, very strict copyright, they have to call him Herlock Sholmes. I wonder if perhaps we already have the evidence we need to explain it, Mr. Naruhodo. Would we? Really? I'd better have a thorough look through all the evidence we've collected so far. Alright, let's examine this disc. Look at all the little bumps in the disc. They're so tiny. Yes, the protrusions are called pins, and we pluck the teeth of the comb to make notes. And just on the edge, there's a small amount of blood. Yes, the blood of the mysterious Mr. Egbert Benedict. When Miss Lestrade tried to grab the disc from him, the pin scratched his fingers, it seems. Like when you're grating some daikon radish and accidentally catch your finger? Ouch! Just thinking about it hurts and puts me off eating radish. Wait, I forgot to... There's something I can't observe. Oh. Oh, there's a little scrap of disc in the reverse... scrap of paper. It looks like somebody's name. For McGilded. McGilded? It couldn't be. But it is, Mr. Naruhodo. A name I shall never forget for as long as I live. But why? Why is his name on this? The music box disc's information has been updated in the court record. I thought it was for someone called Mildred. I was thinking, like, who the heck is Mildred? Have you met anyone named Mildred? Wait a minute, that doesn't really look like Mildred. Who even names their kid Mildred anymore? Who in the year of our Lord is called Mildred? Sorry to any Mildreds that might be listening. It's just that your name is quite rare. Can't find anything out of place. That's an excellent name for my future child. She'll be the first person in years to be called Mildred. You see, this music box does tell us all we need to know. What's that? In the back. It reads, for McGilded. Ah! Ah, Mr. Magnus McGilded. The Sholmes voice. The unfortunate philanthropist who perished in curious circumstances at the Old Bailey 2 months ago. A prominent man in London, though his loan-mongering demonstrated a distinct lack of scruples. So you're an associate of his, are you? Or perhaps a subordinate? Mr. McGilded was a man of unusually small stature. In fact, he was precisely the right size for that overcoat that you squeezed yourself into. Your true identity remains shrouded in mystery, Mr. Egbert Benedict. But the final conclusion here is crystal clear. The reason he came to this pawnbrokery today was to retrieve an article left behind by the late Magnus McGilded. He's close. Their daughter's name will be Brandon. Make it like... It has to be Brendan with an E. Like the guy from Panic at Disco. Well, Mr. Magnus McGilded. Not the name I expected to hear in these circumstances. Well, Mr. Benedict, you got something to say to us? Mr. Sholmes, I'm afraid there's something very troubling on my mind. Pray tell, Miss Susato. Well, according to what Mr. Windibank told us earlier, today was the final day on which the coat could have been redeemed, was it not? Yes, ma'am, that's correct. Today would be precisely 2 months since it was first deposited. Well, today is 15th April, so 2 months ago today would have been 15th February, sir. That's right. It's all carefully recorded in my ledger. Deposited at 10:30 p.m., I see. What? But that suggests... Yes, 15th February is precisely the day in which the omnibus murder took place. And 10:30 in the evening is precisely the time at which the terrible events were unfolding. Whoa! I wasn't expecting the whole case to come back in this one. Like, usually, like, I don't know, my idea was always just like, you just put a pin in it and then it never gets mentioned again. But yeah, I guess you don't put a music box there without playing the music. I'm finding increasingly creative ways to word Chekhov's gun. Suggestive is not the word. It would seem that the matter is entirely beyond coincidence. Mildred name keeps roaming in my mind and now it sounds like a disease. You are, of course, at liberty to make whatever outlandish deductions you choose. However... Ah! I must insist you hand over the music box disc now! Bro! No! Dude! I don't want it that much! It would be a terrible shame for you to return to your native land in a box. What did I do? Hand over the disc. Absolutely not. Well, can you die? Can you die in this game? Is dying possible? You know what? Just in case, I'll save. There are some things a man must protect at all costs. This may well be one of those things. Then again, it may not. Mr. Winnebank! This is my shop. I can't allow any harm to come to my customers. If that were to happen, I should have taken my own life. He's so fabulous holding the gun. Naruhodo will parry it. He'll parry it, like... We'll have to do the parry thing from Expedition 33. Damn, I haven't played... My Xbox subscription expired, so I can't play that game anymore, but... I am thinking of getting the game permanently. But then there's also Victory Road. There's also Inazuma 11 Victory Road, and like that's gonna make me spend so much money on games, and I'll find a way. Mr. Winterbank, no! Alright, that's enough! Ah! Mr. Gregson! Inspector! That's right, Sunshine! The alarm was raised at one of our dedicated emergency lines. So we got here as fast as we could. Now, what's all this about, eh? Oh, praise be! You're here at last! I never thought I'd have to say anything as Gregson again. I was moments away from forfeiting my own life in my very own establishment. I can't do this, I will unironically die. Interesting. It would seem you have the upper hand. Right, you lot got some explaining to do. I don't appreciate being bothered with some petty argy-bargy. Petty? Mr. Winterbank very nearly met at his end. Yeah, by his own gun as far I can tell. Oh dear. And the whole of Britain could meet with its end if I don't get to the bottom of the case I'm supposed to be working on. What? What on earth is the case, Inspector? Spare no detail, Gregson. I might have said a little too much. No matter. Nothing to do with you lot. Anyway, sir, you're gonna have to come with me down to the station. Get yourself in this easily like it's corpse party or something. But of course, Inspector. Ah! He's getting away! Get after him, lads! Whistle the beat officer, too! Sir! Are those fries? No. We're in England. They're chips. There's been a spate of thefts at pawn shops around here recently, so we fit an emergency buttons underneath the counters for brokers to let us know when there's been trouble. Oh, Inspector, I was very worried for a while. Very worried indeed. Now then, Mr. Permanently in mourning. Oh, yes? I'll be taking that whatever it is in McGilda's down to the yard. Then what are crisps? Crisps are what we call, like, who speak American English chips. Crisps are American English chips. Chips are American English fries. I actually know some people that still use British spellings. It's kind of weird. Like, we usually here, when we speak English, we usually use the American words for stuff. But then there are some people, that still use British spellings. Like, you know, spelling color with an extra U and stuff. Oh, yes, of course. No, don't give it to him. It's mine, that is mine. I'm sorry, miss, but anything belonging to McGill that has to be taken in as evidence now. As evidence? If the police demand something, if the police have had something as evidence, my dear fellow, we have no choice but to capitulate. It's all yours, Inspector. Chips is used for both in Down Underland. Wait, so if somebody wants chips or fries, American English use, how do you know which one you want? And so we handed Mr. McGilden's disc over to Inspector Gregson, and we were summarily turfed out of the shop and onto the street. Cold right now. To be continued. Let's see what else we have here. 15th of April, Baker Street. See? That's why I hate grown-ups. All they do is feed you a pack of lies and take stuff away from you. Oh really, Mrs. Strad? Tell me, is that overcoat keeping you warm? What? What? They don't sell bagged chips in restaurants at all. Oh, okay. Oh my, surely you were given that. Yeah, the tea let me keep it after I looked daggers at him for long enough. He went through the pockets and then said, "Go on then, have it," before telling me to scarpa. Always pays off giving people a look like you ate them. I can't help feeling that it's going to get you into serious trouble one day. What I really wanted was that nice shiny disc mine. The music box disc? But Mr. Windibank said it was practically worthless. Think I'm gonna go and have another bash, give him a long odd stare? I think not, Mrs. I think not, Mr. Strad. We shan't enter Windibanks again today. Why not? That's not fair. It can't be helped, I'm afraid. The police are investigating the scene now and taking a statement from Mr. Windibank. But that desk mine. I had a ticket for this coat and it was in this coat's pocket. And there should be something else and all. That's what that rotten cub said, ain't it? Yes, he did mention something about another article, did he? Well then, that's mine too, whatever it is. Now she's really pushing her luck. Mrs. Strad, I think it's time to admit defeat. You've had your haul for the day. Yeah, and it's all your fault, Sholmes. So what are your plans now? Will you dine with us this evening? Iris would be delighted to cook, I'm sure, and I might entertain you with a modest violin recital. The student starts saying Tuesday. I mean, it is indeed Tuesday. No, Ta. Oh. Why would I come round your place, say? Are you lost your head or something? Oh dear, she's gone. Having your pile on me quite unnecessarily, I might add. I can't help wondering if perhaps she might turn up anyway. Interesting. Once she's had a chance to calm down, I think there's a good chance she'll decide to come. Very well then. I'll inform Iris to set a place for a potential guest at the dinner table this evening. And one more thing. I should be glad of your company later too. Sorry? I believe I will have a rather splendid surprise to show you. Oh, how exciting! What is it? You shall have to wait and see, Susato. Until later then. Shoulders. So, do we go back or is there... Do we just look around at stuff? Wait, there's a store next door that's like closed. It's already been 2 months since we started taking lodgings here above Mr. Sholmes' office. I still can't quite believe it. I never expected things would turn out like this. Oh, I know! To actually be sharing accommodation with the world's greatest detective. If I ever find myself before a court of law now, I'll have not one regret. I don't know what you're talking about, but I'd be happy to defend you, of course. Okay, let's just go back to... Let's just go back. Go back. Go back. What kind of math is Iris doing there? Oh boy, I think it's calculus. I don't like calculus. Calculus has to be like... Okay, so for all other kinds of math, you could sort of conjure up an explanation as for where you'd use them. Calculus is the only one that I can't think of a usage for. If there is a use for calculus, please tell me. Because I don't really know. I don't really know. Thankfully, I have no need for it. I only had to learn it for a while. So, yeah, I'm glad I don't have to learn it anymore. Ah, Susie and Runo! Come in, come in! Can't tell you because I don't know what calculus is. Good afternoon, Iris. Thank you so much for breakfast this morning. Oh, don't mention it! Goodness, look at the time already. Busy as always? I am. I'm preparing everything for dinner this evening. Already? You're obviously cooking something special, are you? Oh yes, after all, we have a special guest joining us. Guess who it is? Go on, you'll never guess. Look at those little eyes of hers shining. Oh dear. It is awkward when you already know the answer, isn't it? It's Ginny! Isn't that exciting? Oh, what a surprise! Yes, that's a wonderful news! Wow, Iris seems overjoyed at the idea. I can't wait to learn some pickpocketing tips from a real professional. Oh yes, that does sound like fun. I'm not sure that's entirely appropriate. Are you, Mr. Naruhodo? By the way, Iris, what's Mr. Sholmes up to? Really? Oh, he's been like that ever since he got back. Hello, Mr. Sholmes? I beg that you won't speak to me. Sorry? I don't know who you are, but kindly take your leave. As you can see, I'm not here. Bruh, you're not fooling anyone. I do apologize. When he gets like this, he's completely oblivious to everything. Yes, I see. Really, he behaves just like a child sometimes, Hurley does. Mr. Sholmes and Iris have something of a parent and child relationship, don't they? Yes, except that Iris is clearly the parent here. Come to think of it, I wonder where her real parents are. What's the matter, Runo? You have such a funny look on your face. Oh no, it's nothing. I know what it is. Why does this girl live here with Mr. Sholmes, you're wondering? Am I right? How? How did you... Oh, Runo, I can read you like a book. This girl is dangerous. Don't worry, you can ask me anything. I won't mind. Let's ask Iris. I'm sure you've been wondering why it is that I live here with Hurley, haven't you? My accent is slipping. What little accent I somehow managed to make up. Well, it has crossed my mind that, and where are your real parents? My mommy and daddy aren't with me anymore. Mommy passed away when I was born. And at around the same time, my father, well, he had to go to a faraway land because of one of the cases he and Hurley were working on. Oh, wait a minute. Did you say he and Hurley? Yes! Daddy and Hurley were always solving mysterious cases together. She didn't mention that before. He wrote them all up in his diaries. That's what's in the metal chest over there. Really? He recorded them all? So, you mean it's true, Mr. Sholmes? Really did have a partner with whom he tackled some of his most taxing cases? You're British great streamer, especially with Gina. Thanks. Gotta go, but I'll be back in an hour. Sure, enjoy your break, or what it is you're doing. Have fun. Oh yeah, I mean, it's always nice to have one, isn't it? So Mr. Sholmes' partner was your father? Exactly. Riley told me I wasn't allowed to look in the chest, but that only made me want to look even more, so I opened it up and found your father's memoirs. Yes, so I asked Hurley, who wrote these? He nearly fell off his chair. But then he told me. That's when I found out that the author of all those accounts was my father. So Iris's father was Mr. Sholmes' partner. Iris's father. I practically lived with Hurley all my life. I was tiny when he took me in. So it came as quite a shock when Hurley told me he wasn't really my daddy. I mean, it must have done. I wonder why Mr. Sholmes chose to tell you, and at such a young age. Hurley says it's because he wouldn't have been able to hide it from me. Oh? Well, having lived with Hurley all these years, you might say that his ways have rubbed off on me. There are some things I can just see. Especially lies. I almost know when people are lying before they open their mouths sometimes. Right. Anyway, I was so fascinated when I read Daddy's diaries. That's what inspired me to write The Adventures of Sherlock Sholmes, actually. I'd always assumed Mr. Sholmes simply told you all those thrilling stories. Oh no, Hurley's hopeless like that. He forgets everything. As soon as he's solved the case, it all but vanishes from his mind. Oh, I see. The other day it was so embarrassing. As usual, he totally forgot about the case he just solved. So the very next day, he gathered together all the people involved and proceeded to solve the case again. It's quite a shock for everyone. You can say that again. You share your father's surname, don't you, Iris? That's right, Wilson. Daddy is Dr. John H. Wilson. I learned from his diaries that he's a doctor of medicine, you see. That's what prompted me to study and study so I could earn a doctorate as well. Iris's father, who went to some distant land, and is a doctor by the name of John H. Wilson. The court will now hear the trial of Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Kindly state before the court the name of the victim in this case. The victim's name was Dr. John H. Wilson. I got blessed by Kim Ji-hoon's finger and got my first 10 pull. My entire support is nothing but Ishmael. There is a lot, okay, so I was helping a friend out with a particularly difficult stage on Nimbus, and we saw that there were a lot of people that had their supports completely dominated by one sinner. I suppose it's not that uncommon. If I were to do one of those, maybe all Dawn IDs. Oh, there's the league thing going on in Uma Musume right now. I don't usually play those anyway. And the man who was in most bizarre consequences lost his life just before we left Japan. Level 55 base Ishmael. Maybe. I mean, I've seen some people I've heard that, yeah, I've heard that some people do stuff with just base IDs. Miss Susato? Yes? I only do League for carrots. Perhaps we shouldn't pursue this conversation any further at this time. I think that would be the best. We had 12 Yisungs and 12 Sinclairs. Let's ask her about Gina. So by Jenny, you mean Miss Lestrade, the young woman from the McGilded case 2 months ago, right? Yes, who also stole my experimental smoke grenade launcher. Although, after that trial, I invited her back here and we had dinner together. And now we're best of friends. Oh, what a lovely tale. Yes, now if I bump into her in the street, she runs away as fast as she can. Oh. And I chase after her in the back alleys. Yeah, I suppose that's what you do with your friends. What do you mean you haven't chased your friends down a back alley before? Interesting idea of friendship. And then I let her have the latest color of smoke grenade I've developed. Oh. There are so many beautiful colors in the world. Ginny wants me to make a whole rainbow. I suppose this means you've let Miss Lestrade keep the smoke grenade launcher, have you? Yes, that's right. I got bored of it anyway. Hurley always reacts the same way when I shoot him with it now. Poor Hurley. Oh, I can't wait for Ginny to arrive. It's been too long since she came over. I'm so excited. I just hope she does actually come. Ah, my dear fellows, how good to see you! Wait, I forgot to put on my cup. Eee, Mr. Sholmes! Why ever did you not make your presence known to me before? Well, no matter now. So, how the devil are you? We've been with you for most of the day. Goodness, really? Don't tell me, Mr. Sholmes, is your violin unscathed? My violin? Whatever are you talking about, dear madam? Oh, never mind that now. I have something far more interesting to show you. What is it, Mr. Sholmes? Behold, my dear fellows. The Toreador song on the music disc. No, not another disc, Miss Susato. This is the one Gregson demanded we had over as evidence, Mr. McGilden's disc. Oh my! Then, what's it doing here? You know, at times, Mr. Naruhodo, I think that though I have an undeniable turn for detection, I may well even be more adept at larceny. Ooh, that would be wonderfully exciting. I'd be your pickpocketing assistant. And Runa could be your go-to lawyer if you ever got caught. Right. Plus, Susie has such beautiful handwriting, she could write all her menacing crime notifications. Yes, I'd be delighted. Honestly, I don't know how you could think Limpus Company is too easy after the Ricardo fight. That would have scared me shit. That shit scared me shitless. Do I roll for more cards in Uma Musume? I guess there's not really any point in doing so. I'm just gonna pretend this conversation never happened, I think. I guess you could talk to Mr. Schultz. I don't understand. How did that disc come to be in your possession? I thought Inspector Gregson took it back to Scotland Yard. Quite correct. And that sort of uncompromising attitude was precisely why I always carry some of this. That's a bar of caramel, Mr. Sholmes. Your one and only friend in times of loneliness, if I'm not mistaken. If you will humor me, my dear fellows, cast your minds back to when the good detective confiscated the disc. I'll be taking that whatever it is of McGilden's down to the yard, thank you very much. So hand it over. Oh, yes, of course. If the police demand something as evidence, my dear fellow, we have no choice but to capitulate. It's all yours, Inspector. For the briefest of moments, I had the disc in my hand, did I not? Yes, you did. But I still don't understand. It was at precisely that moment that I summoned my one and only friend into action. I pressed the disc into a pair of bars like this. That's amazing. Bungee gum really does have the properties of rubber and gum. People who think Limbus is too easy are usually Ruina veterans. Oh boy, I haven't, like, I have Library of Ruina. I bought it some time ago, and I fear to think of what will happen if I start that game. Yeah, I bought it at the Steam sale some time ago. The disc and all the minuscule protrusions have made an image in the caramel. Indeed, this caramel is quite exceptional. I developed it myself, you know. Suitably soft for making impressions, but resistant to melting, the result of a precisely controlled solution. How extraordinary! Carrying a pair of these on one's person frequently proves very useful indeed. Take a house key, for example. A simple press in its unique form is duplicated. I could enter anyone's property at will, and never without high sucrose nourishment. Yes, it sounds illegal. Not as masochistic of a game as LobCorp, but it's still up there. Oh yeah, LobCorp. I tried to play it again sometime. It was, yeah, quite difficult. It took some time to get used to. Like, I had to remember all of the stuff to do. And if you have, like, a ticking time bomb in your facility, such as White Knight, it gets kind of... The tasks tend to get kind of difficult to deal with. At the time... I'm at day 43. I could reset if I wanted. I could reset to one of the checkpoint days if I wanted. Hey, welcome back, Diagra. Oh, you must be... Oh yeah, I don't know if this is the place to bring it up, but like, yeah, you must be concerned, because I received the... Wait, how do I say that? How do I say this in a way that doesn't sound sus? I received a donation on coffee from... I believe it was you, Comfy, who... I think you put a message that said it was specifically for Rowena. Well, I have it already, but rest assured it will be used for other things for the stream. Maybe some other game. Like maybe there are some other games that we could play on the stream that I could get at the Steam sale. Like Dispatch. Have you guys... I think some of you guys have mentioned Dispatch. Maybe there are some other games, like... Maybe there's some other games that you guys could suggest. But yeah, Dispatch was a suggestion that some people in the chat brought up. Silent Hill? It might still... DMC HD Collection will go on sale this December. Oh right, that usually goes on sale every now and then. If you're talking about the newest Silent Hill, it might still be a bit above my price point. I confess I was most curious to know what matter of music would issue from the disc when played. Wait, let's listen. You tell us then, Mr. Schultz, what music does the disc play? Well, unfortunately, I have no idea. Oh yeah, Black Friday! That's a thing that happens when things go on sale and stuff. No idea? None whatsoever. Are you familiar with the workings of a music box, my dear fellows? No, I'm afraid not. Goodness, you don't know, Runa? Inside a music box, there's a special metal piece called a comb. That's what produces the sound. All protuberances pluck the different teeth of the comb as they rotate past it, making the different notes. The first music boxes to be invented used a rotating cylinder with protuberances on it.
But over time, a new player was produced which used discs such as these. With that development, the popularity of music boxes spread far and wide, all around the globe.
Why exactly?
Because the discs are easy to produce and can be interchanged to facilitate the playing of different tunes. There are a great many firms in Europe now manufacturing music boxes as a result.
It is wonderful to be able to enjoy music even when no performer is present.
But it is the very success of the invention that means we are now presented with an unsurmountable problem.
What do you mean?
As you may imagine, the construction of one firm's music box does not match that of another, and we have no way of knowing in which music box this particular disc was designed to be played. There is no resolution to this problem, I'm afraid. It's quite intractable.
Ah, I see. So that's why.
Naturally, I tested the disc in those few music boxes I have at my disposal. But as you can hear, to no avail. The results were equally unsatisfactory in this one.
So
I am presently engaged in acquiring an example of all the music boxes ever made in Europe.
every single one? That's early for you, always taking things too far.
But, my dear girl, an unsolved riddle is quite repugnant to my constitution.
But surely all the different types in Europe will amount to a huge volume of music boxes, won't it?
Yes, that is certainly true. In the worst case, I shall just have to ask you to vacate the attic room.
What? Alright, let's ask about Mr. McGilden.
Magnus McGilden, not a name I expected to hear again so soon.
Yes, it's only been 2 months since that grisly case. Oh yeah, what kind of game is Dispatch anyway? I know it's about superheroes, and the reason I've been thinking, hey, maybe I should actually play this is because I've been on a bit of a, I guess, what's it called? I've been very interested in superheroes lately, but I don't really know much about the game other than that. I think it's got a story, but I'm not really sure what the gameplay is. Was it the Curse of the Reaper? No one knows still. Oh yeah, Hero Academia anime is nearly finished. Right, I should... It's like Telltale Games in Detroit Become Human. Playable movie with the usual your choices matter stuff. Oh! So it's like a story-driven game. It's like a visual novel, but with more animations, I guess. Also some management gameplay. Holy shit, Limbus. The omnibus was reduced to a pile of ash. One of the characters is voiced by Moist Critical. Hello, it's just Critical. The superhero situation is crazy. And with the man's death, the truth about the murder in which he was so intimately involved was buried. Even though we successfully established Mr. McGilden's innocence in the trial, the newspapers are still claiming that it remains an unsolved case. Ah yes, voice critical from the Hunger Games. People are already animating the battle for some of Charlie's videos. It's like a it's like a VTuber. He was dubbed by the editors and director. Well, yeah, I don't think I've done enough trend hopping on this channel. Really need to start doing some more trend hopping. You can clearly see his arm. He's a star. Well, it's time I started getting things ready for dinner, I think. Jenny will be here before long. Thank you, Iris.
Thank you, Iris.
Oh, well, you must let me help you then. Of course, Susie. There's plenty to do.
I think I shall investigate the condition of my faithful performing partner. Now then, where did I leave it?
Let this be a lesson to you, Mr. Sholmes. Never leave anything too precious with the pawnbroker.
Yes, you may be right.
Oh, that reminds me of something Mr. Windibank said before. He said that he had a manuscript of Iris's in pawn, didn't he?
Did he?
Yes, he definitely mentioned it. Mr. Sholmes' latest tale of otherworldly mystery lies dormant in my storeroom, were his words. So you've heard about that, did you? I expect you were as incensed as I was. Oh yes, the idea of such a wonderful story languishing in Mr. Windibank's storeroom gathering dust.
My dear madam, I'm sure I told you already. The pawnbroker storeroom is the safest place for it, more secure than a bank's vault.
What about your Stradivarius, Hurley? Was that safe and secure?
Well, there may be an occasional mix-up.
Caused by a certain impetuous someone not too far from me now. Do you have any idea how long it took me to write that Baskerville story, Hurley? Oh, it sounds so exciting, The Hound of the Baskervilles. I should love to read it. There's this. What's happening? Ah! What's going on here? Why does it feel like an icy chill just swept through the room? Susie? What did you just say? You said The Hound of the Baskervilles? But how could you know the full title? Well, that's because Miss Susato is such a great fan of all the stories about Mr. Sholmes, of course. But Bruno, The Hound of the Baskervilles has never been published. What? When I showed Hurley the manuscript, he told me that I wasn't allowed to publish it yet. I don't understand. That's why he said he'd keep it safe. Until it was the right time for the story to be made public, you see. So that's why the manuscript is at Windibank's. And yet, how could Susie here know its title? Well, Hurley, what's going on?
What is it, Mr. Sholmes?
Ah! What is it, Mr. Sholmes? Wow, he took the words right out of my mouth. It would appear our guest has arrived. Mrs. Strud! This was a bad idea. I knew I wasn't welcome. You sometimes do skill checks. Looks like a fun and short game. I'm going. No, wait! Mrs. Strud! Wait, We've all been eagerly awaiting your arrival. Haven't we, Iris? Oh yes, just wait there, Jenny. We'll have everything ready in a jiffy. Come along, Susie. Right, of course. It's a pleasure to see you here, Mrs. Strud. Please, make yourself at home. Don't stand in the doorway, my dear.
Don't stand in the doorway, my dear girl. Come along in. What say you to some Mendelssohn? I won't take no for an answer.
Mendelssohn it is, then. evening. Iris prepared us all a meal that was even more delicious than usual. Mr. Sholmes' violin performance was in no way meddlesome, and Gina, as we came to call her, taught us all how to steal things from one another without being noticed. Everyone thoroughly enjoyed themselves well into the night. '15th April, 9:34 p.m. Naruhodo's legal counsel. That was a very enjoyable evening, wasn't it? Wait a minute, she still didn't explain the telegram from earlier. Dudes will see a normal cat and go, hell yeah, dudes, I am also dudes. I really like cats, but I'm not allowed to keep one. I can still hear the enchanting strains of Mr. Sholmes' violin even now. Best of all, I bet I could steal the glasses from his lordship's face next time we're in court. Don't do that, Susato! Ohada-san, did I consult with you about something, I wonder? What's the matter, Susato-san? It's about the telegram I received. Oh, she's finally gonna talk about it, but there's an ad break on Twitch, so I can't really progress right now. Give me a minute. Let's... Okay, it's about the telegram I received. Ah, the one that arrived first thing this morning, I suppose. I've been summoned. What? Summoned? What do you mean? The telegram was from the Lord Chief Justice's office. Lord Strongheart has asked to see me. The Lord Chief Justice? When? Remember Iggy 2 covered Strike? I've never heard of that game before until today. Tomorrow morning. What? Then we have to start preparing at once. Oh no, that won't be necessary, Naruto-san. I've been summoned alone. Alone? What on earth for? I have no idea. I suppose I shall find out tomorrow. What's all this about? Whatever it is, it's making me feel very uneasy. What do they need Susato for? Oh, who could that be, I wonder? Good evening, friends! Ah, Iris, hello again. Gina too. Yes, Ginny's gonna stay with us tonight. She's going to sleep in with me. Isn't that right, Ginny? Well, yeah. How lovely! Let me make a pot of tea. Are you old enough to remember film? Like when people took pictures and then like people took pictures with film? And then you'd have to go get it developed somewhere? I'm personally old enough to remember film, but not old enough to have used it. Because you see, like, my father had one, I still think I have one. Hold on to it! It's probably very precious nowadays. Like, I've seen those those channels where people would take pictures with film. With, like, really old film that's supposedly expired. When you develop the picture, it has a different quality that makes it look very old. Like, yeah, given that I was a kid at the time, they wouldn't just let a kid use a camera. You know, given what using it entails. So, I didn't really get to use film, but I did... but I did know what it was. I think I even unraveled the whole film roll as a kid, but thankfully those pictures were already taken. In Rot Card Pack, I got pregnant tong 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 sahur. Is it stronger than the regular tong 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 sahur? I'm old enough to actually develop the shots. not old good. Iris, no. Yeah, it's like using a gold coin to take a picture back in the day. But now we can take pictures as much as we want. With, I know the first digital cameras had like limited storage space. But now we have our phones. We can take pictures that look like they were taken on film. And we can take as many as we need. So we can just take pictures of any sort of food that we find. Wait, wait! In SD cards. Oh, anyway, here, you can have it back. Not that I really understand why you wear it, though. Ah, thank you. Alright then, good night. Yes, good night. So this is your office, isn't it? What do you think, Kenny? Think I wouldn't fancy me chances with a lawyer who lives in a place like this? Yes, me too! They're casually telling me to clean my room. Seems as though Iris here still has something she'd like to talk about. I suppose she probably wants to talk about the manuscript. Next thing people will hear will tell me is that they've never used a floppy. I've seen floppy disks, but people are already moving on to CDs. Like, I mean, I guess floppy disks and CDs existed at the same time. I've seen floppy disks when I was a kid. I was like, hey, what the heck is this for? But I think those were mostly for office stuff, so I was told, like, hey, put it back. Also, the things I was able to use were like VHS tapes. Remember VHS? Like, I had Teletubbies episodes on those. So I was like, yo, what the... When floppy disks used to carry world-ending information in movies, yeah, they were mostly like office stuff, so not really something for a kid to bother with. Let's chat with Iris. Had some Disney bangers on VHS. Yeah, there was like also remember when DVDs would come with like extra stuff on the CD? Like you'd buy your movie and then it would have extra features, like maybe some behind the scenes stuff. Suppose you're hoping to talk about the manuscript, aren't you? Yeah, the DVDs with menus. I owned the DVD for Finding Nemo. Finding Nemo was my favorite movie when I was a kid. So yeah, like when you turned on the menu, it would be like an aquarium. Like you'd be like a fish swimming through the aquarium, and then it would lead you to the main menu of Finding Nemo. Sometimes if you left it on long enough, you could see some of the fish swimming. You could hear the fish talking. And yeah, that was golden. There was that stuff. Also from The Incredibles, they have like the bonus features of The Incredibles had lore. Some people have rediscovered it nowadays. I think you could find it on YouTube, but there's like audio of the superhero interviews. So like the superheroes, you wouldn't usually see them in the movie other than the main ones from wait a second, Fent the Legend. Okay, so in The Incredibles, you wouldn't see any of the other superheroes besides maybe a few cameos and, you know, that scene where Mr. Incredible finds out they've all been killed by that robot, right? But then there's like this whole bit of the interviews where the superheroes get interviewed and you get to learn a bit more about them, and it's kind of interesting. Bit of world building. Also, very good audio to fall asleep to. Stupid shell smash. Damn, that's difficult. R.I.P. Fent the Lilligan. She will be missed. Alright, I understand. I hope I haven't made you feel awkward. Oh no, not at all, Iris. Not at all. I don't know what all this is about, really, but... It's a story you made up, isn't it, Iris? This mantle script or whatever you call it. I've only seen the deleted scene where that one dude gets memory wiped. It's not exactly a story I made up. It's something I read in Daddy's diaries. Daddy's? That's right. I don't suppose I mentioned it to you before, Ginny, but... My daddy was Hurley's assistant once, his partner. They solved all sorts of strange and mysterious cases together. I've only seen the deleted scene where that one guy gets memory wiped. Oh yeah, I think they only introduced memory wiping, fairly later on, and like, in the bonus features. In that extra movie about the babysitter, I think that's one of the first mentions of memory wiping. And then later on, the second movie of The Incredibles started with the guy getting memory wiped. Apparently so. I was as surprised as you are, though. And Daddy wrote all the details of every single case down you see in his diaries. So I study them and write my stories based on what actually happened. So, where's your old man now? He had to go away on urgent business to a faraway land, and he'll be gone a very long time. So I've never really met him. Last movie I bought as a DVD was Tropic Thunder, goated movie. Oh, right. Oh, right. Come to think of it. I don't know anything about Gina's parents either. Perhaps we should ask her. Iris, the sound of the Baskerville story. I take it that it's another tale inspired by your father's accounts? That's right, I thought it was fascinating. But it's different somehow, from the other cases, I mean. Oh, how? I don't really know, but it must be special in some way, because after I'd written it and I showed the manuscript to Hurley, he turned as white as a sheet. It was the first time I've ever seen him like that.
It pains me to have to say this after you've toiled over it for so long, Iris. But this story must not be published at this time, under any circumstances.
But why not? It's one of my best works.
I'm not at liberty to say, not now, so please do not ask me.
Alright then, I won't.
But I do solemnly swear that I will explain everything one day, Iris, when the time is right.
And that's how the manuscript came to be with Mr. Winterbank, isn't it? Sometimes I'll watch anime movies. I thought the second movie was alright. Yeah, it was okay. It wasn't as good as the first, of course. The Incredibles 2. I went to theaters to see that. I think I went with some friends. It was decent. Yeah, not as good as the first, but I guess it makes an okay standalone watch. What I mean to say that it's a bit mid, but there were things that were cool about it. Like I thought the opening where they mind wiped that guy was pretty cool, and of course there's the math is math meme. Have you guys seen like the FNAF meme that people made based on that? That's not the lore anymore, Dad. They want you to read the book about the Mimic. I don't know about the Mimic. Why would they change FNAF? FNAF is FNAF. It's like, this is incredible, huge ass. Man, Elastigirl really awakened something in many generations of people. Speaking of anime movies, I watched Demon Slayer in the theaters. I hate movies in parts that don't tell you they're in parts. That's true. Like, hey, you remember that trend in movies when they would come up with... Like, usually when it was like books adapted to movies. Like, it started with Harry Potter splitting the very last movie into two so that they could adapt more things from the book. And then suddenly, everyone's book movie adaptation was split into two parts in the last movie. Like, the Hunger Games did it, The Hunger Games did it, Divergent did it, did Maze Runner do it? I'm willing to bet that they did it. Percy Jackson didn't even get to finish the books in the movie adaptation because they were kinda ass. The books were great, but the movies were so different from the books. Like, they could be a different story entirely. Yeah, there were some plot points, but wait for the second part for 5 years. I think the gap between the Deathly Hallows parts was I think 2 or 3 years. Yeah, 1 year. A 1 year gap between the two Deathly Hallows movies. But I guess it would take longer if the movie's like animated. I'm sure Mr. Sholmes isn't trying to be mean. If he said he wasn't at liberty to talk about it, I'm sure there must have been a very good reason. I think so too. You lot too trusting for your own good, but you can't pull the wool over my eyes. Sholmes is lying to Iris, I bet my life on it. What? He's lying to me? Damn it, Gina! Parents. I realize that I don't know anything about your parents, Gina. I ain't got any, have I? Never did have. Oh. Look, the East End's full of orphans like me. No one has nothing to do with us from the minute we're born, not even our mums. GTA 6 would be out before the next Demon Slayer movie. Me and my sister went to watch Avengers Endgame without watching the first 10 movies leading up to it. The older ones look after the little ones and make sure they get by. So that's why you're a pickpocket. Nah, diamond's my life. I love it. Get a kick out of it every time I lift some pompous idiot's purse. That's how we all afford to eat. I'm like Robin Hood, ain't I? That's how I see it. Oh, Gina. I do think about it sometimes. Would it be like to have parents, I mean? I always thought it'd make everything right. But I haven't listened to what Iris just said. Sounds like having parents ain't always easy either. Oh! I mean, if you know you never had them, you don't feel like you always wanted to meet them. It's true. I do want to see Daddy so much. Oh, Iris. Holmes is sly. Gina, what did you mean when you say that you knew Mr. Sholmes is lying to Iris? Well, he reckons he popped that mantle script or whatever, right? But come on, that's obviously a load of rubbish. Oh my! Why would you think that, Gina? It's simple. If that story was really an old Windybank storeroom, there's no way someone from halfway around the world, in other words, you, could know about it. Sorry, Iris, but if you ask me, he sold it without telling you. But Pearly would never do something like that. Ha! Grown-ups do a lot worse than that, believe me. Bare-faced liars, the lot of them. You just ain't realized it yet. My ooby accent slipping. I'm telling you, that manuscript ain't that Windybanks. You'd soon see if you had a look. Even if you think you can trust him, I don't. What is this Yorkshire accent? Holmes is a liar like the rest of them. If I'm honest, I have wondered if Hurley's telling me the truth sometimes. See? Oh, but I don't mean that I think he sold it. I mean that I sometimes wonder if he might have hidden my manuscript somewhere. Somewhere I don't know, even though it's wrong of me to doubt him. Don't be too hard on yourself, Iris. Oh my goodness, look at the time! Come along, Ginny. You should go back downstairs. Yeah, alright. This has to be the funniest stream I ever watched. Well, I'm glad you're entertained. And please don't mention any of this to Hurley, will you? No, of course not. Although knowing him, he's probably hanging on the ceiling or something. Good night then, Iris. Good night, Gina. You must let me make breakfast for you tomorrow morning. I insist. Oh, yes, please. I can't wait, Susie. Good night then. Iris, it sure is easy to forget, isn't it? Sometimes she speaks just like an adult, but deep down, she's still just a child. Well, I think it's time that I turned in for the night too, Naruhodo-san. Good night. We get the Dr. John H. Wilson, Iris's father, but also the name of the murdered visiting professor at Yuma University. It can't be a mere coincidence. There's something deeper going on. Will we get to find out what the heck Susato is being summoned for? Hey, those dots were off-center. Am I tweaking? Mr. Naruhodo. Mr. Naruhodo. That voice. That's Mr. Sholmes. Oh, What's going on? It's the middle of the night!
It's Miss Lestrade. She's gone.
Gina?
She was supposed to be sleeping in Iris's room, but her bed is empty.
Well, she's an independent young woman. She probably decided to go home, no?
I think not. From speaking to her before she retired, I received a distinct impression that she was looking forward to breakfasting with Miss Susato. No, I don't believe the girl has gone home, but I've been waiting for over an hour now.
Over an hour? Oh.
If you'll indulge me, look out of the window, my dear fellow.
What's this about? Okay, streets outside. It's dark. Wait a minute. Why is there a light on at this time of night?
That's Mr. Windybank's pawnbrokery.
Mr. Windybank's. Oh no! It's simple. If that story was really an old Windybank storeroom, there's no way someone from halfway around the world could, in other words, you, could know about it. Sorry, Iris, but if you ask me, he sold it. Without telling you. Could Gina have gone?
It seems you have some knowledge of the situation, Mr. Naruhodo.
Sorry? Oh no. No, not really.
Well, anyway, we must investigate. At once!
Miss Susato! 16th of April, 1:14 a.m., Baker Street. Door to Windybanks. It's open. And the lamp is burning. It must be Gina, must it?
Let us hope it's nothing more sinister.
What?
Come, there's not a moment to lose. Clearly something is afoot aside.
I mean inside. There's no one here.
Oh yes, there is. Bang! What?
Mr. Sholmes! Mr. Sholmes! What the? Has Sholmes been shot?
Leave me, Mr. Naruhodo. But after them, go!
Right! Max, I've lost them! Hello, what do we have here? The alarm was just raised from this pawnbroker, sir. Would you know something about that? Officer, come with me! It's my friend, Mr. Sholmes. He's been shot. Shot? With the policeman close behind me, I ran back to Windibanks. Oh, there's one of them cutscenes. Sometimes it just turns into an anime. See, he says Mr. Holmes.
大丈夫ですか僕は大丈夫だ心配ないそれよりもあの扉の向こうだ早く
There is an English dub for this, but I don't use it. What happened?
椎名さん
To be continued. Okay, I'm getting the impression that this case is very long. So we'll end the stream here. Thank you guys for joining me, watching me imitate all these accents. I'm gonna, So yeah, yeah, I'll definitely get back to this later. Next week, maybe. So, I'll see you guys next time. We have an art stream on Friday and, Limbus on Saturday. So, yeah, thank you, bye!